Today to Coach Cal. John Calipari turns 64 today. On Sunday, Josh Harrelson turns 34. That's it for your Friday Sports Edge. Have a great weekend. I'm Eddie Owen.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
This is Al Watts. Join me for live reports from the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville. You can listen February 15th through the 17th at 5 a.m., 6 to 9 a.m., noon at 5 p.m. on WPKY 103.3 FM, 1580 a.m., and WPKYonline.com.
Valentine's Day is approaching quickly, and today we have some shopping tips brought to you by Rodney Humes with Humes Jewelers. Rodney, what should shoppers be on the lookout for this Valentine's Day?
Hello, everybody. Well, it's going to be fun this year. We brought back from Tucson one of the coolest lines of jewelry that we've ever had. It is handmade sterling silver jewelry from the island country of Bali. It has combinations of colored gemstones mixed with some South Sea mother of pearl, South Sea abalone. These are from New Zealand and Australia. Really unique, beautiful pieces of jewelry that are handmade. So we have those for Valentine's Day. We've restocked on our diamond earrings. We've got everything from $300 up to $3,000, and of course we do have bigger ones than that also. On Valentine's Day this year, we have our South Sea pearl jewelry made in Bali. We have our diamond earrings that are restocked, and of course we have our roses, the forever roses in every color you can imagine.
Visit Humes Jewelers on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville and like their Facebook page.
You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYonline.com.
It's getting close to broadcast time. Caldwell Sports will soon be on the air here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The broadcast will also be worldwide at WPKYonline.com. Caldwell Sports is coming up.
Time to head live to the gym for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The WPKY Caldwell County pregame show is on the air. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the cab. And it's great to say that, as we have been on a 5-night road swing. Caldwell County 9 games on the road in 5 days. Back to the confines of the cab tonight as the Lady Tigers will take on the Fort Campbell Lady Falcons. The Tigers in the nightcap tonight will take on the Webster County Trojans. We'll get back and start the Athletic Center pregame show after a short break, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $800 on select equipment. Now through June 30th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
H&R AgriPower is your Kubota dealer for sales, service, and parts, located at 4900 Eagle Way in Hopkinsville.
Hi, I'm Rachel Chandler with Farmers Bank. Did you know your money can make more money when you level up to an interest-bearing checking account?
Grow your balance at Farmers Bank with our Unique Plus checking account featuring a 2.5% annual percentage yield on balances up to $15,000.
Unique Plus is a win-win local banking option. Call or visit us today and let our expert bankers show you how to get the most out of your deposits. Farmers Bank. Live unique, bank unique. Member FDIC. Terms apply.
More picks, more videos, and more stories. No fees, no page limits.
Go all the way and does.
Recognized as the best in the state for the second year in a row by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association. YourSportsEdge.com.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Welcome back to the Cab as we get underway on the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. If you need game day attire, stop in for screen printing. They do all kinds of work. New baseball and softball gloves in stock right now. All kinds of stuff on the walls. They'll put on it what you want on it. So stop by the Athletic Center in Princeton, right over by Polly Eyes. 24 minutes before we kick this one off tonight between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Falcons of Fort Campbell. Dennis Stevens here tonight. We'll be joined by a guest color commentator a little bit later on. Also Bryce Thompson and Madison French here on controls for us as well. Bob Hayes a little bit under the weather this weekend, so hopefully Bob will be back on Tuesday night. But I think the road trips are just a little bit tough on both of us, and he's going to have the night and tomorrow afternoon off. Early afternoon game tomorrow pits the Lady Tigers against the Ohio County ladies that will come in. And that game is a 1 o'clock tip. We'll have the pregame show on the air tomorrow at 12:30 for that one, Caldwell County and Ohio County in ladies action. Tonight, the Lady Tigers come in at 6-18 on the season, while Fort Campbell at 2-14. Fort Campbell's 2 wins against a small school in Breckenridge County called Cloverport. That's the 2 wins for Fort Campbell. They are a small squad tonight, coming in with only 7 players, so Caldwell County looks to get several players in the game tonight, get a lot of playing time for some that maybe don't get in the varsity games as much as others. So should be a lot of Lady Tigers in the scorebook tonight, a lot of action going on up and down the bench, so looking forward to getting to see a lot of the Lady Tigers on the floor tonight against Fort Campbell. As we said, Caldwell County has been on a road trip and a half. It's been all of February that the Lady Tigers have been on the road. First game in the Cab this month. They started out with a tough win over a surprisingly much stronger Dawson Springs team back on February 2nd. They won that one 61-56, and that was a big change from the earlier meeting of those two, as Caldwell County had won by 41 earlier. But Dawson Springs put up a fight. Caldwell County, though, pulled it out down the stretch in the fourth quarter and got the 61-56 win. Next, it was on to Madisonville North Hopkins, always a very tough place to play, an 80-30 loss. Lyon County was a big game for Caldwell County. They started out, Lyon County was just hot out of the gate in that game. Caldwell County struggled, got down early, but the Lady Tigers actually outscored Lyon County from quarters 2 through 4. So that was something to look forward to for Caldwell County, a little upturn, if you will, after that bad start against Lyon County. Lyon pulled out a 61-49 win over Caldwell County in that one, but led by as many as 16 in that contest in the first quarter. On to Hopkins Central on February 6th. That was a 21-point loss to the district favorites at this point, the Hopkins Central Lady Storm, 58-37. Caldwell County beaten by Hopkins Central twice this year, and both of those were 21-point margins. But Hopkins Central playing Madisonville, I think it is tonight, and the winner of that game will get the top seed. Loser will play Caldwell County in the first round of the district tournament. And then we finished up this road trip on Tuesday with a trip over to Katie's. And the Lady Tigers had a good battle against Trigg County, led most of the way in that one, up by as many as 13 in the first half, 10 in the second half, but couldn't hold on as Trigg County came back in the fourth quarter and pulled out a 63-52 win over Caldwell County. Now tonight it's Fort Campbell on tap. Fort Campbell struggling on the season, as we said, at 2-14. We'll talk about their schedule in just a little bit, but it's one that Caldwell County looks to win tonight. They're the heavy favorite in this one. Fort Campbell did lose a game this season, not a high-scoring team, but lost a game while only scoring 2 points against Hopkinsville in a 52-2 loss. So some young ladies on that team that give it their all out here. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Caldwell County. They're going to have to come out and play well and do the things that they know to do, but it's one that Caldwell County should be able to leave the cab tonight with a win over Fort Campbell. We'll see how it plays out. Just about 20 minutes before we tip this one off, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll start looking at the stats of a few Lady Tigers to watch for tonight. That's next on the Athletic Center pregame show.
Fredonia Valley Bank is proud of our area senior athletes and is celebrating their accomplishments. They're sharing special senior stories featuring the class of 23 in a senior spotlight. Follow yoursportsedge.com or download the app and listen for updates on 103.3 WPKY. As Fredonia Valley Bank gives our senior athletes a special moment to shine.
Hey, sports fans, you wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. When it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? At Goodwin Insurance, they take care of all your insurance needs. You deserve someone that provides comprehensive coverage and is working alongside you in your community. Contact them today for a quote.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
At Penny Ryle Electric, we're helping to build the leaders of tomorrow today. This year, Penny Ryle Electric will present 12 $1,000 scholarships to let students in our service area shine to their fullest potential and become guiding lights for future generations. Scholarships will be awarded to students enrolling in 2- or 4-year college programs and vocational and technical training. Scholarship applications are available at each of our locations, or you can download the app at precc.com. That's precc.com.
Do you experience fatigue, sadness, difficulty concentrating, or disruption in your sleep schedule during the winter season? The condition is known as seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. The team of medical professionals at Health First Community Healthcare is available to discuss treatment options with you. Call 1-877-667-7017 to schedule your appointment.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Kentucky. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Good luck, Tigers. Have a great season. From Treasures Remembered.
Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. 16 minutes or so before we tip it off between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Falcons here finally back at the Cab tonight. The Tigers take on Webster County in the nightcap tonight. Joined here at the broadcast table now by tonight's guest color commentator and a familiar voice and face here in Caldwell County Lady Tiger basketball, former Lady Tiger head coach Melissa Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Dennis.
How you doing tonight?
Great. I'm blessed to be able to join you in this capacity tonight.
Oh,
it's a little
going to be
different
fun
for me, but I'm looking forward to it.
We've interviewed you countless times after basketball games back in your coaching days, so no stranger to the microphone, and we hope you have a great time tonight. I know it was a long trip in from back from Frankfort today, and we really appreciate you stepping in for Bob. Bob's a little under the weather this weekend, so we're going to have some guests. We're going to be joined by Coach Tyler Gay for the boys game tonight, and then an old friend, Jeff McDaniels, is going to step in tomorrow on the Lady Tigers game against Ohio County. So glad to have you tonight. We were talking earlier about Caldwell County having a 6-18 record, but the improvement that they have made, Bob and I mentioned so many times in these pre-games and post-games about a team that came in November that had no real identity. You had a couple of seniors, but those two together seldom averaged in double figures in the past. We knew we had to count on them a lot. It's been those two really stepping up and getting that scoring total up and then leading this team in other directions. But you've got two 8th graders in the backcourt. Tell the audience from a coaching perspective how tough a job that had to be from the start of the season for Coach Mitchell to come in knowing that's his backcourt being two 8th graders.
Well, going all the way back to the summer, I've been able to follow these kids, having a daughter on the team and seeing their progression. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know what to expect that first game either. And what you've seen this year is kids that are willing to come in, work hard, be dedicated and committed to the sport. And you've seen a progression. And even though they only have six wins in that column, we've seen a pretty decent progression. And they've been a little bit inconsistent. And when you're relying on younger kids, not just the two 8th graders, but we've got a freshman and sophomore, several young players that we're trying to count on. When you go into a season with that many young kids that you're counting on, you have to depend on your leaders as well. You've got A.J. Hollowell and Presley McKinney in those roles. And I think they've done a really good job of leading these young kids and making sure that they're doing what they need to do on the court to maintain that idea of getting better every time you step on the court. And I feel like even though we've had some dips, it's been a roller coaster at times, you've seen a consistent progression throughout this season.
Coach, talk to us a little bit about in the summer, like you said, when you started seeing this team come together. We had some players to drop away and for whatever reasons, and that's well and good. This team had to accept what was here on the floor. How much did they really buy into Chuck? It's obvious they did to an extent, but how much did they really buy in the summer to really have the excitement that they had after that opening season win against UHA? You could just tell this team was going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, well, they showed up. They were committed over the summer, and that means a lot. In speaking with other coaches around the region, that's a problem. If you look down rosters are slim, even at your big schools like Henderson. Kids are not choosing to play basketball the way they did 10, 15 years ago. And so the fact that these kids came in and showed up all summer means that they're buying in. And so they like to play, and they've really been fun to watch. But it started back then, and that's when good teams are made. And then they showed up that first night against UHA, and they showed that they want to be here, and they're not going to be a pushover, and they've made the best out of this season.
Just about 12 minutes before we tip this one off between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Falcons tonight, joined by former head coach Melissa Thomas stepping in for Bob Hayes tonight on color here for the broadcast, and glad to have her. Players and coaches are around the officials right now getting the instructions from those guys, and we get closer to tip-off time. Coach Thomas, I want to mention our injury report tonight. Caldwell Medical Center Medical Associates brings you our injury report. They are your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the court. They have a skilled team of providers that have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. And the one player we've been missing for a couple of weeks, maybe a little bit longer, Jakiah Copeland, appears to be back in the lineup tonight in uniform, so we're suspecting to see at least a little bit of Jakiah into the lineup tonight. And Coach, how much can that one player bring to a team that's really starting to improve?
Well, a player like Jakaya, who could do it all. You know, she's a solid player for us. She's a great defender. She's a kid that comes in with a great attitude, and she's been missed, I'll tell you, on this team. And so what Jakaya's got to do is come in and let the game come to her. Sometimes whenever you've been out for the time that she's been out, you want to do everything in one play. So hopefully she'll come in tonight and provide us some valuable minutes. I think she will. This is a great game for her to come in and get her feet wet and get back into the action.
It's a game that I really look for some younger players to have big games, and one that may have a breakout night, not to mention Tink and Med Thomas tonight, with those two kids scoring like they're scoring at this point of the season as 8th graders, I think is amazing. But a couple of players that I think are due for a big night, maybe more on the offensive side, is Sykes for one, and Lulu Thompson, with the way she's rebounding, over 10 rebounds each of the last 2 games. If she starts putting those shots back up, I kind of look for those kids to maybe tickle that double-figure mark in the offensive side tonight.
I love Nyla Sykes. She might be my favorite player simply because of her energy. She brings so much energy to the court. She's everywhere. She's a tremendous athlete. She's probably our best athlete as far as running and jumping goes.
Yeah.
And then Lulu's been our most consistent player. You know what you're going to get with her. You know she's going to come in and probably get you double-digit rebounds every night. So I'm really proud of both of those kids and the seasons that they've had. And you're right. I think Nyla could have a double-double for us easy tonight. And as she progresses and as she gets better offensively, I think she's a kid that in the next year could be a double-double scorer and rebounder for us.
How hard is it to take a player like Nyla, and she's a favorite of mine and Bob's all season long too, just with her energy, like you said. Plus, she likes to be interviewed. You never see a kid that wants to go get interviewed. She wants to, but how do you control that energy to an extent and keep it positive?
Well, you don't want to tone it down, that's for sure. You just got to make sure that in the off season, she's working on her offensive skills so that she becomes more skilled and under control. That's how you deal with a player like Nyla. You don't want to turn that energy down at all. You want to turn it up, and because what she does, even when she makes mistakes, they all do. But man, hard work makes up for those mistakes 100% of the time. So you want a kid like that around, not only for games but for practices, because it just brings everyone else up a notch. So you never want to quell that. You want to keep pushing that forward, and then as she gets better offensively and gets in and learns the game defensively, she's going to be one heck of a player for us.
Just over 8 minutes before we tip this one off between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Falcons. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the Athletic Center pregame show, we'll look a little bit at Fort Campbell and their struggles this season as we roll on the Athletic Center pregame show on WPKY.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Life is busy. We get it. That's why at First Southern National Bank, we are launching a new experience for customers. Our drive-thrus are being replaced with full access banking lanes that utilize new technology to give you greater convenience. You can now do almost everything you could do inside the bank or at the ATM, all from your car. Tellers are available via video to assist you if needed, and bank services now have extended hours. Learn more at fsnb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
Learn about your heart health with a simple scan. The Cardiology Clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. Our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, offering coronary artery calcium testing, stress test, echocardiograms, sleep studies, and more, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, visit caldwellmedical.com.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Hughes Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
It's a lot of work to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
It's a lot of time and money, too.
Join the thousands of people who have discovered loyal listener big deals at WPKYonline.com. It's a sale every day on gift certificates to fabulous places for your auto, like Barbed Wire Car Wash and Detailing, Latham's Tire and Auto, Car Spa, First Choice Tire and Fleet Service, and many more. Simply visit WPKYonline.com and click on the Big Deals tab. It's a fabulous way to support local, save money, and drive in style.
Good luck, Tigers. Have a great season. From Treasures Remembered.
Welcome back to the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center, your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Just about 4:40 left before we tip this one off. Lady Tigers, Lady Falcons tonight here from the Cab, joined by former coach Melissa Thomas here, filling in for Bob Hayes tonight. Bob, just a little under the weather, should be back in plenty of time for the last week of the season as we kick that off next Tuesday night as the Lady Tigers get a much-anticipated rematch with Lyon County here at the Cab. Looking forward to that one, Coach Thomas, and see how the Lady Tigers respond. They dug a hole against Lyon County on Saturday night, but actually outscored the Lady Lions from the second quarter on and ended up just a 12-point loss in that one.
You never know what kind of game you're going to get when you play Lyon County. There's so much emotion involved on both the girls and the boys' side. It's a rivalry that goes all the way back to those 5th District days, and it's always a fun game, though. You know, there's always a lot of intensity and enthusiasm and fans that show up for that game. So I'm looking forward to seeing these girls play them again, and I think, you know, we should be able to play them. We match up really well, and it should be competitive.
Looking forward to that one as well. Tonight, a Fort Campbell team that comes in 2-14, I think it is, on the season. Those only 2 wins against Cloverport, that small high school in Breckenridge County. As a coach, what do you do to keep these kids playing at 2-14? And is the 2-14 kind of a trend, like you said earlier, of girls just not wanting to play high school basketball as much anymore?
I think that's part of the problem, but I want to talk about a little bit about what Coach Mitchell's probably thinking right now. These are hard games. First of all, we only have 6 wins. So you never want to go into a game thinking, oh, we have this one in the bag, because you just never know. You want to keep your team from not playing down to the competition. Anytime you're playing someone that you feel like you're superior to, you want to make sure that you take this opportunity to get better as a team. And sometimes that's hard if you are that much better than the team that you're playing. However, in a 6 and whatever season we've won 6 games, so you want to keep your kids focused and say, okay, we want to be 7 wins at the end of this game. And it's also a game that you're supposed to win, and those games are extremely stressful for a coach. When you go into a game that's you don't have anything to lose, the pressure's off, but the pressure's on in a game like this. You don't want to come out here and lay an egg and embarrass yourself and your team. So you got to keep these girls focused. You got to keep these girls ready to play. Regardless of who's supposed to win, there's a reason why you still play the game. And so you never want to look at go into a game thinking you already have it in the bag.
Yeah, I think the start of our road trip last week, as we took the road trip over to Dawson and started it out on Thursday, was a little bit like that. 41-point win early in the season. We really had to fight hard for a much improved Dawson team to get that win by 5 in Dawson that night. So exactly right. That one made us all a little bit uneasy, I think, but Dawson played really well in that ball game. Just about a minute and a half before we tip this one off. Time now for tonight's pregame prayer, and we will do that now. Holy God, thank you for another night at the gym. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the court tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible. Lady Tigers warming up on their end. Fort Campbell on the bench getting ready for this one. And Coach Thomas, it's going to be a fun night here at the Cab. The Tigers play the Webster County Trojans in this one. We get to have new coach in Caldwell County at least, Tyler Gay, come up with us in the nightcap tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight at the Cab. Officials coming across midcourt. We will be getting set for the national anthem in just a second. And then tonight, starting lineups and opening tip. Opening tip tonight is brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. For all of your construction and concrete needs, it's Travis Construction and Concrete. They do driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Players and cheerleaders lined up along these sides as we get set for the national anthem. Public address announcer talking to the crowd. We've got the band here tonight, guys, too, so that's going to be a big plus. Time now for tonight's national anthem. Great job, as always, by the Caldwell County Pep Band here at the Cab. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. We'll start first with the Fort Campbell Lady Falcons. First out is number 5, Charlize Cruz. Number 12 is Sky Scott. Rosella Raj wears number 20 for Fort Campbell. She will be in there too. And let's check out the other number here. We want to make sure our numbers are right. We had a little trouble at Lyon County the other night. Trinity Scott, number 21. And they get the battery set in the microphone to get the last player out. Number 33, Manigan, Lanaya Manigan for Fort Campbell. They are led in scoring. I think the Raj kid is the leading scorer and is 9 points a game on the season, so we'll keep an eye on her early. For Caldwell County, it's Tink Clark out first, followed by Med Thomas, the 8th grade backcourt for Caldwell County. Senior A.J. Hollowell, one of 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Right behind her, number 20, Lulu Thompson. Top 10 rebounder in the state, doing a great job this season as a freshman for Caldwell County. And last off the bench, senior Presley McKinney. Elvis wears number 23, and that will be the Lady Tigers starting 5. Fort Campbell in the all-black uniforms, Caldwell County in the home white. Coach Chuck Mitchell giving his last instructions to the Lady Tigers as we get set for the tip-off. First quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors. Cozy Living Interiors located next to the old bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts, and registry at Cozy Living. Tip controlled by Caldwell County. It's Tink Clark getting it into the front court Fort Campbell will set up in a 2-3 zone. Clark will look it over from the top of the key. Swing pass to the left, A.J. Hollowell. She'll bring it back to the right side. Clark has an open three, shoots it well off the mark. Lulu Thompson gets her first rebound of the night.
Dennis, we've seen a lot of that this year. Lulu getting that first rebound of the game, that's huge. She's going to have to be active. If we're going to shoot it, she's going to have to go get it.
McKinney to put the ball in play for Caldwell County off the baseline. Has Hollowell, has it tipped, but gets it right back. Hollowell underneath to Thompson. Thompson goes up, misses a shot, no foul, but the follow-up is to A.J. Hollowell.
AJ's got to score for us. We live and die with AJ. She's got to bring a lot of energy to start this game, so I'm glad to see her get that first bucket.
2-0 Lady Tigers. Caldwell County comes out man-to-man. Fort Campbell works it all to the right side. Right now, all 5 players on the right side of the foul lane. The tie up underneath, and possession arrow will give it to Caldwell County. First turnover of the night for Fort Campbell. Just underway here at the Cab. 2-0 Caldwell County as Tink Clark, the 8th grader, dribbles up against that 2-3 zone. This time Hollowell starts from the right side back over to Clark. She'll fire another three, and that one's good. A Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer.
Nobody does it better than Tink when she gets her feet set. So I like to see her fire up the first couple shots of the game.
5-0 Caldwell County. Get game day ready at Little Caesars in Princeton with a $5.99 hot and ready. Another turnover for Campbell as Thompson steps in the passing lane, picks that one off. A long two for Thomas, no good. Ball falls in the lane. Rebound to A.J. Hollowell, and she puts it back up and in. Her 4th point of the night.
We're doing a great job of rebounding so far. I know we're only a couple minutes in the game, but if we continue to rebound that well, it's going to be a good night for us.
And a push is going to be called on Caldwell County. First foul, we'll see who that's on, and that is A.J. Hollowell with her first, team first. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY Princeton. Fort Campbell gets it inbounds into the hands of Cruz. Cruz, a nice shot from just inside the top of the key.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a hand in her face. I think she's their second leading scorer, so we got to know where she's at all over the court.
7-2 the score, 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Over to Clark. She'll fire another three. This one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Presley McKinney. McKinney gets it out to Thomas. Thomas to Hollowell, top of the key. They'll swing it left side, back out front. Hollowell with a runner in the lane is good. And A.J. off to a big night.
A.J. is doing an exceptional job of moving without the ball. She's getting herself open, and she's being aggressive by attacking the rim. I love it.
Another steal as Fort Campbell tries that right side. Thompson with the steal gets it up to Hollowell, and Hollowell is adding it on right now. 8 points for A.J. and 11-2 run to open this one up for Caldwell County.
I love the way A.J. is coming out early and just bringing energy and being aggressive, getting to the rim. I like to see that. I love our rebounding so far. We have basically we're shooting until we score.
Right.
So that's what you want to see.
Timeout called on the floor by Fort Campbell. Timeouts this season brought to you by Madisonville Community College. Are you looking to further your education, enrich your career, build on existing skills, or gain new ones? MCC is your college for an affordable, flexible, and convenient path to help you reach all of your goals. Visit madisonville.kctcs.edu for more information. Coach, you talked about in the pregame show that one of the things as a coach you worry about is coming out taking care of business early when you're really heavily favored against a team. Caldwell County's meeting that test right now.
Yeah, I think Coach Mitchell's finally breathed a little bit. Happy for him.
Caldwell County with just a little bit of backcourt pressure against Cruz. Now Cruz pinned up on the right side. Finds a way through it. Dumps the pass off. A quick shot by Fort Campbell, no good. Rebound shot up and blocked. That was number 21, Scott, with the shot. But Thomas with a nice block coming in with some weak side help. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. A.J. is going to fire a three. That one off the back of the rim. Caldwell County fights for the rebound, but instead pulled down by number 12, Scott.
A.J.'s feeling it. That's a good shot for her. She was open. When you're feeling it like that, take it, put it up.
Fort Campbell loses that one over the end line. It was a good pass. She had a lane to the basket, just could not reel the pass in and take off with it. So Caldwell County will take possession with 4:35 left to play in the first quarter. 11-2 the score. And for those of you just tuning in, that is not Bob Hayes with a really high-pitched voice anymore.
Nice.
Three by Presley McKinney from the corner. That's a nice shot. We'd like to see Presley take a look at that rim a lot.
Yes, when you're open like that, you have to be confident enough to take the shot. There's A.J. with another steal.
A.J. walks it in, puts it up off the glass and in for a Farmers Bank two-pointer. And continuing what we were saying, former Coach Melissa Thomas joins us tonight. Bob Hayes a little bit under the weather tonight. He'll be out tonight and tomorrow. Back with us on Tuesday night as the Lady Tigers take on Lyon County. Ball knocked loose. Fort Campbell able to regain it, but Cruz has pulled up her dribble at near the half-court mark, gets it knocked away and is able to pick it back up. Now loose on the floor again. Presley McKinney goes to the floor, wants to tie it up. Cruz pulls it away. Pass is over to number 20. That's Rosella Raj, the leading scorer. And she sinks a two from just above the free throw line.
Their top two leading scorers have the first 4 points of the game, both from the same spot, right there at the free throw line.
Caldwell working it around a 2-3 zone. Right side to Thomas. She's open for a three. That one takes a good bounce. I thought it was going to drop for her. It comes off. But the rebound stolen away by Med Thomas, who takes a little 10-footer on the baseline and sinks it.
I love the way we're just keeping after it. We're being aggressive on the boards, and it's paying off for us on the offensive end.
Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Caldwell County out to a big lead as anticipated tonight, 18-4 over a Fort Campbell squad that only able to bring 7 players on the roster. Another steal by Caldwell County. Tink Clark this time back coast to coast, goes up with it, has it partially blocked. Fort Campbell with the rebound down into the hands of Raj. Raj will bring it up court. Caldwell County pulls the pressure back into the half court. Raj over to Scott. Scott spin move down the left side, throws it up, no good. And a fight for the rebound underneath, goes out of bounds across the baseline. It's going to stay Fort Campbell basketball.
There's Lulu again battling for that rebound. She's on the floor. She's knocking folks over if she has to. She's a tough kid, and that's why she's our leading rebounder.
And at one time, 8th in the state a little bit earlier this season in rebounding the basketball. Fort Campbell with the three, no good. A.J. Hollowell with the long rebound in the corner. She'll look back up the court. Some new teammates on. We'll get those as we go along. Nyla Sykes into the ball game, as is Jakaya Copeland, first time in a while. And Jakaya wastes no time getting in the scorebook.
Oh, I love to see that. Coming off the bench, you hadn't played in a couple weeks, and drain the first shot you take.
Also into the game, Davany Williams for Caldwell County. They join Clark and Hollowell on the floor for the Lady Tigers. It's Jakaya Copeland with the steal. Madisonville. Fort Campbell tried to go inside, and Jakaya turned around, had a good front on her man, and was able to make the steal. Quick pass into the corner. Hollowell for three. And the foul. A chance at a 4-point play coming up for A.J.
Nice job of A.J. keeping her concentration and focus even with that contact. That's hard to do, but she's a big, strong kid, and she was able to knock that down even with contact.
A.J. is going to get a Goodwin Insurance free throw out of this and a chance for the rare 4-point play, and she can give Caldwell County their first 20-point lead of the evening. Free throw up and good.
Nice job, A.J., of finishing off that 4-point play. So it's looking like we're getting some subs in the game super early, which is always good to see.
Jordan Ort into the ball game, and Bunashka Thomas also into the ball game. So Caldwell County has all 5 starters on the bench with 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. A runner just outside the lane, no good. And it's Williams getting the rebound, fighting off about 4 Fort Campbell Lady Falcons to get out of the mix. Gets it to Jakaya Copeland. Copeland takes it all the way up, and no good on the shot, but she gets hacked going in.
That was a nice job by Jakaya, just going in strong, knowing the contact's coming. She very near finished that for a 3-point play.
2 Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up for Copeland. Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency, capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Jakaya's first free throw just short.
It's good to see Davany Williams come in, and she already has a rebound. I've loved watching her progress this year. She's improved tremendously as the season's gone on.
Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Fort Campbell with the board, and they'll quickly try to bring it back up the court. Ball knocked loose from Cruz. Cruz able to get it back. Now picks up her dribble, tries to go across the free throw lane, picked off by Nyla Sykes. Sykes takes it in and gets called for steps.
You know, Nyla's done that a lot this year, but she's got to keep on keeping on because that was a good, strong move. She just drugged that pivot foot a little bit. That's going to work out for her down the road.
Cruz across the timeline, guarded by Thomas. Gets it back out to Raj. Stepping in the passing lane. That time again, another steal. Jakaya Copeland comes in left side of the lane, passes across the lane to Sykes, and Copeland is going to get called for steps. Back-to-back turnovers for Caldwell County with 37 seconds left in the quarter.
I think she drugged that pivot foot. However, what a nice steal, being aggressive going to the basket. I like it.
Cruz guarded by Thomas. Thomas knocks it loose. Cruz gets it back over to Nickel. Nickel back to Cruz. Cruz looks left side, takes it off the glass and in. Nice shot by Cruz.
I'm going to be super critical of Benoska Thomas right there, reaching in a little bit and grabbing, and that allowed her man to beat her to the basket.
Another travel on Caldwell County, this time on Sykes. 3 trips and 3 travels here late in the first quarter. Fort Campbell with 7 seconds to get a shot away. Looks over to the coach. Cruz across half court. Goes right side. Fires a long 3. Goes over the back of the backboard and out of bounds. And at the end of 1, it's Caldwell County 24 and Fort Campbell 6. We'll take a break and be back with more action after this on WPKY.
Making great things happen now for over 25 years, Planters Bank introduces the Seed Summit. On February 21st from 8 to 5 at the Bruce, Planters Bank will host the Seed Summit for those interested in starting or expanding their small business. Get educational information from business experts and collaborate with fellow entrepreneurs. The Seed Summit is absolutely free. Just register at expectgreatthingsbank.com/seed. Don't miss the Seed Summit, February 21st. Planters Bank. Expect great things.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
Back to action here at the Cab. Second quarter brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living Interiors. Cozy Living Interiors, everything a home should be. Dennis Stevens and Coach Melissa Thomas here to bring you the action tonight. In the first game of this doubleheader, Caldwell County taking on the Fort Campbell Lady Falcons. The Tigers will play Webster County tonight in the nightcap. A Madisonville Community College timeout on the court just 8 seconds into the second quarter by Fort Campbell. We'll take a break and be back in 1 minute.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
Today's society is dependent on electricity. The Princeton Electric Plant Board has what you demand for electricity anywhere, anytime at the required level of quality. They work to ensure our community's power system has the resources in place for reliability today and into the future. Their work and commitment has reduced the frequency and duration of power outages with a reliability rate of 99.9%. Princeton Electric Plant Board, bringing our customers safe and reliable energy.
Back in action at the cabin. Fort Campbell inbounds. Drives the baseline. I think that's Cruz driving the baseline, gets fouled. That one's either on Copeland or Williams.
I think he called that on Benoska Thomas.
Did she?
She was out of position. When you attack from the side like that, you're going to get that foul called.
That is on Thomas. 2-shot foul as Cruz goes to the line. First one good.
If I'm Coach Mitchell during that quarter break, I would be talking about cleaning up the turnovers. We've seen too many turnovers this year. It's plagued us, so we don't want to get sloppy in a game like this.
Second free throw also good. Cruz with 6 of the 8 Fort Campbell points to this up to this point. Thomas has the basketball knocked away. Turnover Caldwell County. Cruz in the backcourt. Gets it across, comes down the left side, stolen away by Ja'Kiah Copeland. Copeland to Ort. Ort over to Sykes. Sykes pulls up, short range jumper, no good. Ball batted towards the Fort Campbell bench and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Falcon basketball. And Coach Thomas, especially, you talked about the turnovers, especially the ones unforced, like a travel call where you're just standing still and shuffle your feet on the takeoff.
Yeah, you can't have those, especially in games like this when you're not really getting super pressured. You want to be able to take care of the ball. It can get ugly quick.
Vinoshka Thomas on Cruz. Cruz off a screen, has the ball knocked loose. Fort Campbell able to regain possession. That's Raj with it at the top of the key. Gets it back to Cruz. She fires a 3 and makes it.
That was a nice shot. She got her feet set. She's definitely made a few of those this year, so we're going to have to do a better job defending that. Charlize
Cruz keeping Fort Campbell somewhat in this one, 24-11. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Sykes drives the left side, no good. Rebound to Ezekman. Ezekman down the court, and that one is going to be a travel on number 22, Nickel.
Good job of Vinoshka Thomas of getting back and getting in front of her and causing that turnover.
Thomas will inbound to Ja'Kiah Copeland. 6:38 left to play in the first half here, 24-11, Caldwell County. It's Thomas on the right wing. Flashing that middle was Sykes. Sykes kicks it out to Ort. Ort misses a shot. Saved inbounds, though, by Fort Campbell right to Sykes. Sykes to Ort. And then back out to Copeland. Caldwell County's going to slow it down a little bit. Fort Campbell in a 2-3 zone, but they'll bring those point players out to the top of the key or a little bit farther. Sykes over to Copeland. She'll fire a 3. This one off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound Fort Campbell. Quick outlet to Cruz. Cruz ahead of everybody. Hustling back is Sykes. Cruz off the glass and in. And Cruz pretty impressive here to start this second quarter for Fort Campbell.
We can't let her get going. We're going to have to do a better job of rebounding. That's what's kind of been the difference in the second quarter than in the first.
I think an 8-0 run to start this quarter. Cruz with another steal.
And turnovers. We have to take care of the basketball. We got to. If
to
I was
the
Coach
glass.
Mitchell, I'd consider a timeout right here to get our focus back.
And it is a 9-0 run to start the quarter for Fort Campbell against these substitutes for Caldwell County. Sykes tried a mid-range jumper, no good. Thomas gets the rebound underneath on the left side, back up off the glass and in.
And that's where it's at for us. Early in the first quarter, we were shooting until we scored. We've gone away from that. We haven't been crashing the boards hard, and that's allowed Fort Campbell to get back in this game.
Cruz off a nice screen out front, wants to Euro step it, but I think she brought some other continents into play on that one and gets called for the travel. 26-15. Another line change for Caldwell County. Starters back into the ball game for Caldwell County.
All right, so Coach Mitchell's trying to get us back on track here, get our focus back, put the starters back in, getting some more continuity here.
It's Tink Clark at the point. Swinging it over to Hollowell. Hollowell gets it worked around back to Clark. Now Clark gives it up to McKinney. She had an open 3, looked no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of A.J. Hollowell.
We seemed a little bit out of sync there. I don't know what we've been doing over on the bench, the starters, but you got to come back in ready to play. We need to find ourselves again.
4.5 to play in the first half. A.J. went for the steal, didn't get it. Now Fort Campbell with a lot of players right at midcourt. Ball loose into the backcourt, picked up by Clark. Clark underneath to Thompson. Thompson couldn't get a handle on it. Kicks it back, though, to Clark. Clark with a long 2, ties the net up. And a good shot by Tink Clark.
That was 100% our defensive intensity that created that. That's what we got to get back to. We got to get up on our toes, get some steals, get some energy going, and that'll carry over to the offensive end if we're able to do that.
Hollowell's going to go into the backcourt, just a little token pressure on Cruz as she comes to get across. We'll see if they try to set up any type of trap at midcourt. Hollowell makes her go into the backcourt, ball loose, and Cruz picks it up for an over and back.
Again, when we pick up our pressure, it shows up on both ends of the court. So we got to keep the pressure turned on. We cannot relax. We relaxed to start this quarter, and it really allowed Fort Campbell, gave them a little bit of hope. So we want to come out and put the hammer down right here so that they don't get any kind of confidence as we enter halftime.
And we'll keep this one right here on the Madisonville Community College timeout on the court, just a 30-second timeout. Caldwell County back out 28-15. Coach Thomas, Caldwell County led 24-6, and the substitutes faced a Fort Campbell team that put 9 points on the board. Some of your thoughts on the second 5 in for Caldwell County and what they were facing and maybe struggling with?
Well, there's a reason it's your second 5, so you're going to lose a little bit when you sub, but you got to be ready to come in. The thing that we lost is our intensity, and it doesn't matter what 5 you put in, they should come out with intensity. We weren't able to rebound as well, and I think that's the main difference is we stopped rebounding on the offensive end, and they were able to get some steals off of our turnovers, and it caused us a little trouble there.
Tink Clark back in play with it, top of the key. Thought about the 3, gives it up to Med Thomas. Med Thomas skip pass over to wide open A.J. Hollowell, misses the shot. Med Thomas battles for the rebound, gets the tie-up call. Possession arrow will go to Caldwell County, so a great play by Med Thomas to keep the possession for the Lady Tigers. Presley McKinney, long pass out front. Hollowell for 3, no good. Gets her own rebound, drives it back in, dumps it down low to McKinney. McKinney goes up, little contact, no call. Ball knocked loose as Fort Campbell tried to get it back up the court. Caldwell misses the shot. Now it's back out to Cruz. Cruz down the court. Thomas back defensively. Good position. And I think Thomas got a hand on it. Med keeps it herself, brings it across midcourt. Swings it over to Clark. Clark to A.J. Hollowell. Back to Thomas. She'll fire a 3 from the top of the key and drain it. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer.
What I loved about that was we made the extra pass right there. A.J. gave up a shot for Med to get an even more wide open shot. I love that.
Cruz loses the handle, steal by Clark. Cruz looks like she may have rolled her ankle. Clark takes it all the way back, no good. Rebound comes down to Thomas. Gets away from her, but she's able to track it back down at midcourt. Wanted to go to Thompson. It's knocked out of bounds by Fort Campbell. 2:51 left to play in the first half. Lady Tigers back up now 31-15. 3 is no good. But coming down with it, Lulu Thompson. Caldwell County works it around that 2-3 zone. Wide open, Thomas for another 3. Great rotation, and another Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer from Med Thomas. Back-to-back possessions for Caldwell County results in 3s by Thomas. And the lead back out to 19. A steal in the backcourt by A.J. Hollowell.
Good patience there in the offense. When Meg gets her feet set, she has a really nice shot.
It's going to be McKinney's going to try a 3, and 3's raining here at the Cab as Presley McKinney.
So Fort Campbell's giving us that 3-point shot. We're able to take our time, and we've got some really good shooters when we're given that kind of time to shoot it.
Steal at half court by Lulu Thompson. Caldwell County almost at will. Able to take the ball away from the Lady Falcons. 37-15. Skip pass McKinney. She's going to try it again. That one in and out. Rebound Thompson. Thompson, a spin move in the lane, up and in. Nice rebound. Turned it to the right and put it up and in.
Lulu's there. When Lulu's rebounding like that, it gives you confidence to be able to shoot it because she's going to be able to get it and put it back in.
Caldwell County with pressure at half court. Clark takes it away from Cruz. Clark's going to pull it back out with 1:24 to play. Into the corner, Thomas. One of those where you had an open shot, but a few steps in looked a little more appetizing, but got a call for travel.
That's one of those plays where if you're going to drive it in, you take it right to the rim, and you make sure that ball goes in the basket. Either that or catch and shoot. We'll talk about that when we get home.
Cruz across half court. Gets it down to Scott. Scott in the lane, goes up, and somebody hanging on the arm of Trinity Scott. We'll see who picks it up for Caldwell County. Was that McKinney? I didn't catch his signal. And it is Presley McKinney, her first, team third at the line. Trinity Scott for Fort Campbell. Fort Campbell making the free throws when they have the opportunity.
Yes, they are. And this young lady that's at the free throw line, she's got a nice looking shot. So we don't want to put them on the line. We don't want to put them on the line. We want to get in good defensive position, get steals without fouling.
One thing Fort Campbell has done tonight, Coach, is 4 for 4 from the line.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising. But now that we know that, we don't want to put them on the line.
Shot by McKinney, no good. Rebound comes down to Rosella Raj. Her pass, though, picked off by Lulu Thompson at half court. Caldwell County back the other way with Hollowell. Hollowell down low to Thompson. Thompson no good, but fights her way across the lane to get her own rebound. Caldwell County works it around the horn over to Hollowell. Three is off the mark. Scott with the rebound. She'll find Rosella Raj with half a minute to play here in the first half. Lady Tigers up 39-17. McKinney went for the steal. Scott makes her pay as she goes to the hole and converts the two-pointer.
Trinity Scott for Fort Campbell is only averaging 1.5 points per game, so she's exceeded that so far tonight.
And another travel. That's, I know, at least 5, Coach, where you're standing still and you shuffle the feet on the attack.
Yeah, those are gimmies. Those are frustrating for Coach Mitchell because they're unforced. So, we got to eliminate those.
6 seconds on the clock in the half. A three partially blocked by A.J. Hollowell, and time will expire. And we will go to the half with Caldwell ahead by 20 in this one. Lady Tigers 39 and Fort Campbell 19. We'll take a break and come back with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report next on your home for Lady Tiger basketball, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Fortner Gas Company has been serving the propane needs of Western Kentucky for 70 years. You'll find offices in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website to discover the many services and products available. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they're already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If they're not, they would love to be. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Fredonia Valley Bank is proud of our area senior athletes and is celebrating their accomplishments. They're sharing special senior stories featuring the class of 23 in a senior spotlight. Follow yoursportsedge.com or download the app and listen for updates on 103.3 WPKY. As Fredonia Valley Bank gives our senior athletes a special moment to shine.
Hey, Pennyrile Electric members, you know what time it is? It's a perfect time to update your account information with Pennyrile Electric. By updating your information, you ensure that Pennyrile Electric can provide you the very best in customer service, just the way you've come to expect it. Plus, you'll automatically be eligible to win one of several amazing prizes. Update your account information right now from your phone or computer at PRECC.com. That's PRECC.com. Or stop by any of our Pennyrile Electric locations. At Caldwell Medical Center, our transitional care patients receive the same care as they would at a skilled nursing facility, including physical, occupational, respiratory, speech therapies, and more. Every situation is unique. We help our patients reach their personal goals for independent living, all delivered with the care and compassion our patients deserve, right here close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to the Cab as we get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete remodels, and much more. The folks to call are Travis Construction and Concrete. At the half, Caldwell County leads this one 39-19 over the Lady Falcons of Fort Campbell. Caldwell County led after one by 18 points, only outscored Fort Campbell by 2 points in that second quarter, so a 20-point margin as we head to the locker room. Time now for the stats of the first half. Stats are brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. And usually I'll turn the stats over to Bob Hayes at this point, Coach Thomas, so I'm going to go over Caldwell County scoring and then talk a little bit about the big gun for Fort Campbell. For Caldwell County in that first half, led by A.J. Hollowell with 14 points, followed by Med Thomas with 8 points on the strength of 2 threes. After that, 6 points for Presley McKinney, 5 points for Tink Clark. Then you had 3 players with 2 points apiece, including Benoshka Thomas, Lulu Thompson, and Jakaya Copeland. Good to see Jakaya get off the bench and able to play tonight. She's been on the injured list for a little over 2 weeks now. So 39 first half points for Caldwell County. For Fort Campbell, it was Charlize Cruz doing what damage she could for Fort Campbell. She had 4 two-pointers for 8 points, 1 3, made it 11, and then 2 free throws for her 13. 2 points for Rosella Raj and 4 points for Trinity Scott, Fort Campbell. A surprising 4 out of 4 from the line. Caldwell County only 1 out of 2 in the first half, so not a lot of free throws shot, not a lot of drives to the lane, if you will, that resulted in fouls. But it's Charlize Cruz getting open and having a big second quarter for Fort Campbell to keep them within a respectable margin at 39-19. Coach, it was a good start for Caldwell County. They came out with some energy. Coach Mitchell took the starters out, had a new 5 in, and I don't think you thought that the energy was really there by that second squad and maybe bled over to the starters when they came back in for just a second until they got the blood flowing on into that second quarter.
Yeah, I think they came in a little bit flat, but that's going to happen. That's to be expected somewhat because you're out of system a little bit. However, that's what I'm talking about at halftime is for that second group. Hopefully that they're gonna get an opportunity to do that again in the second half. And so you want to challenge them to come out with an extreme amount of energy so that those mistakes that you make on the offensive end don't turn into points for Fort Campbell on the other end. A lot of their points, a lot of their 19 points have been off of our turnovers. So we had to take care of the basketball. I think we started this game hot. We were shooting the ball really well, and we were led by A.J. Hollowell. She came in, gave us a lot of confidence by putting the ball in the basket early. If you'll look down our stats, we had 7 players who scored in the first half, a good balance in scoring. That's always good to see. Everyone that's come in the game has done something positive. So there's a lot of good things we can talk about. The subs that have come in as a unit maybe looked a little bit shaky, but individually I can point to every player and tell you something good that they've done. So that's a good thing that we had in that first half. I'm looking forward to seeing how we come out with a lead. That hasn't happened a whole lot this year. I hope we don't come out and settle. That's what you don't want to see coming into a game like this. I hope we come out on fire the same way we started the game, and I hope we're hungry for a win, and I hope that shows as we start this second half.
Coach, the starting 5 came out, and like you said, they were hungry. They were getting after it. They were putting up some good open shots, making the extra pass. If they missed, they battled Fort Campbell until they retrieved the ball most times. Caldwell County with several trips, most of them, in fact, in that first quarter were more than one possession trips down the court. But then after the second 5 came in and then maybe the starters back in, not so much. You saw Fort Campbell do a little better job on the boards. What was the difference from that first quarter to the second?
Well, rebounding is a little bit of technique and a whole lot of effort and intensity. And so we stopped crashing the boards. We started standing a little bit and started watching. So we've got to just guard against that coming out in the second half. And I'm sure Coach Mitchell talked about that in the half. We can completely control the boards in the first quarter. And then we relaxed a little bit, and that gave Fort Campbell a little bit of confidence. And so the two things I think going into this is rebounding and taking care of the basketball. If we'll do that, we'll blow them out of the water early.
1 minute and 30 seconds before we tip off the second half here between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Falcons, joined tonight by former Caldwell County Lady Tiger head coach Melissa Thomas, sitting in for Bob Hayes tonight. We appreciate her coming in. We're going to have another guest in the nightcap tonight as Caldwell County Lady Tiger assistant Tyler Gay will take the headphones over from Coach Thomas. He'll do the nightcap tonight. And in an old familiar voice, Jeff McDaniels and I did soccer for a while back in the day when our daughters were playing. Had a good time with that. And Jeff is, everybody knows, not one that's a little lost for words usually. So that'll be a fun game tomorrow with the Lady Tigers taking on the Lady Eagles of Ohio County, looking for that. And I always kid Jeff, if it's a blowout, we're going to solve the problems of classing soccer or classing basketball or classing whatever. And he's got a lot of opinions on that, and we joke about that from time to time. But looking forward to my old buddy Jeff McDaniels tomorrow here on the broadcast. We'll have a 1 o'clock game as the Lady Tigers and Lady Eagles will play here at the Cab. Be on the air about 12:30 with the Athletic Center pregame show. Just about 18 seconds before we get going here in the second half. Third quarter is going to be brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living Interiors. Cozy Living Interiors, located next to the old bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, and home decor. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot, at Cozy Living. Everything a home should be. Fort Campbell will have first possession here in the second half. Caldwell County starts out in a 2-3 zone, but they really extended all the way out. It was Clark and Thomas putting some pressure early on Cruz at the point, caused Cruz to overthrow the pass into the left corner. Turnover Fort Campbell just 9 seconds into the half.
That's good to see us being aggressive in that 2-3 zone. Sometimes you start out in the zone and it makes you go flat, so hopefully we'll fight against that.
Wraparound pass can't be handled by Thompson. It's Fort Campbell back the other way with it, but Thompson makes up for it. Comes in with the back tap steal. Thompson back into the front court, over to Thomas. To Hollowell, a long three, top of the key, off the mark. Tink Clark hustles, grabs the rebound in the corner, back out to Hollowell. Hollowell with the drive, a lot of contact. They almost had to call that one.
I don't think he wanted to.
No, I think the officials might want to get this one over with as quick as possible, but that one saw Hollowell go down to the ground after being hit. Foul is on number 20, Rosella Raj, and her third on the leading scorer for Fort Campbell.
Well, I heard it from all the way up here, so.
Hollowell misses the shot.
A lot of contact on that. Hopefully this next free throw can get AJ going.
Another Goodwin Insurance free throw attempt. Hollowell makes the second.
There you go. Sometimes when you come out, miss a shot, it's good to get to that free throw line. It gets you back in your rhythm. So it's good to see AJ hit that last free throw.
Caldwell County with that 2-3 zone, but they really rush up to meet Cruz at the free throw line, results in another turnover. Open pass. Good job by Med Thomas to get behind the defense. And Tink Clark found her with a nice pass. Easy bucket for Thomas.
Yeah, good job of Tink getting her head up and seeing Med down there.
Another steal, Caldwell County, A.J. Hollowell.
Yeah, lots of energy in this 2-3 zone. It's really giving Fort Campbell some trouble. It's hard for them to throw over that.
Walking it back up is Cruz. Cruz gets met by that charging 2-3 zone front, and that causes a Madisonville Community College timeout on the court. 6:52 left to play in the third. 44-19 Lady Tigers back in 30 seconds.
Hello, I'm Sheila Gates with Farmers Bank. Is your money working hard or hardly working? With a Farmers Bank certificate deposit, you get a safe investment with a predictable return on your hard-earned dollars. Call today and see how we can make rising interest rates a good thing for your bottom line. For a limited time only, ask about our new money promotion that gives you an even higher rate. Farmers Bank, live unique, bank unique, member FDIC. Terms apply.
Good luck to all Tiger athletes from Bella Marie Boutique. Go Tigers!
We are back at the Cab with 6:42 to play in the third quarter. Madisonville Community College timeout called by Fort Campbell. Caldwell County comes out of that timeout man-to-man defensively. Fort Campbell puts it into Raj, and she is tied up by Lulu Thompson.
I love that Coach Mitchell changed defenses right there. You knew that Fort Campbell called a timeout to figure out what to do in that 2-3 zone, so you come out in a man-to-man, and now they still don't know what to do. So that's a good strategy by Coach.
Another turnover for Fort Campbell. They have yet to get a shot off here in the second half. Caldwell works it down to Hollowell, up off the glass and in.
AJ's so strong. I love to see her work around the basket. She did a good job of putting that ball in the hole.
It's Cruz being met by Hollowell at midcourt. Cruz to the volleyball stripe, works it in to the right wing. And Med Thomas intercepts the pass intended for Roz. Misses the layup, but it's McKinney getting the rebound, but stumbling and taking a couple of steps. She'll get called for the travel, and Fort Campbell will come back up the court.
Yeah, Med Thomas there. She tried to slow down and guide that in. You just gotta go with it. You know, you can't think too much on that. She overthought that and hit the bottom of the rim.
Sykes and Copeland back into the ball game for Caldwell County as Fort Campbell works against that zone. Ball loose on the floor. Several ladies on the ground, and it's going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow will keep it with the visitors from Fort Campbell.
Love seeing how those white shirts on the floor. Even when the score's a little bit out of reach, we're still hustling and playing hard.
Over to Raj. Three off the side of the rim, no good. Cruz gets the rebound. Cruz back to Raj on that right side. Tried to go inside. Nyla Sykes there for Caldwell County. Lady Tigers with numbers back. Nice pass from Sykes over to Tink Clark.
Love seeing that pass. That's something I don't feel like we've been very good at all year is in 3-on-2 and 2-on-1 situations of hitting that open man, but that was a nice job by Nala right there.
Sykes has learned a lot of patience, kept that ball as long as she could, drew the defense, and then left Tink Clark wide open. A miss by Fort Campbell and a rebound by Jakaya Copeland, playing her first game in about 2.5 weeks after being in the concussion protocol. It's Sykes in the right corner, drops it in to Hollowell. Hollowell baseline, little baby hook, no good. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Scott, but stepping right in was Sykes, disrupting everything in the middle.
That's what I love about Sykes. She's all over the place. She's in there. She's getting deflections. She's picking up loose balls. That's the energy I was talking about before the game started.
So that will give it back to Caldwell County. Into Sykes, and Sykes drains the 10-footer.
Good job, Nala. Good job. You got to shoot when you're open. She had her feet set. Good shot.
4:50 left to play in the third. 50-19. Caldwell County with the lead. That one out of bounds off of Sykes. Three more substitutions by the Lady Tigers.
Getting those deflections.
Hollowell, Clark, and Thompson come out of the ball game. McKinney back in along with Davany Williams and Med Thomas. Ball loose by Raj. May have gotten away with a walk. Davany Williams with a nice front. And, Coach, we talked about her more and more as the season has gone along, but Davany Williams really developing with some nice moves in that post for Caldwell County, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, if she can come in and give Lulu a breather, especially down the stretch here at the end of the season going into the tournament, that's going to be a nice addition for us.
Another steal by Caldwell County. Outlet pass to Sykes, who gets behind everybody up off the glass and in for a Farmers Bank shot.
Good job of being patient, good ball fake. Nala's the best we have at those ball fakes, and she was able to finish. Nice job.
52-19. Back out to Cruz at the top of the key. Med Thomas comes way out of that 2-3 zone to get Cruz. Cruz gets rid of it to Scott, but Scott shoots an air ball that lands on the baseline and out of bounds.
Fort Campbell's really struggling against this 2-3 zone. They've yet to score in the second half, and credit our girls for what they're doing in that 2-3 zone.
Under 4 to play here in the third quarter. Jakaya Copeland gives it up to McKinney. Right elbow jumper by McKinney is good.
We're hitting open shots, Dennis. We've had, we're moving the basketball. We're scoring within our offense, and that's definitely good to see out of our Lady Tigers.
That's a shot that we really want to see Presley McKinney take more of. 3 attempt by Cruz is no good. David E. Williams on the board for Caldwell County. But sometimes she'll pass that before she really looks and sees how wide open she is. We like to see her go ahead and pull the string on that. Great ball movement by Caldwell County. They'll work it around. Thomas wanted to finish with a 3 from out front. No good, but trapped in the corner was Fort Campbell. Fort Campbell gets it to Med. Thomas misses a shot. Presley McKinney with the rebound. Back up, no good. Copeland with the rebound and up and in.
That's the way we were rebounding in the first quarter. Shoot until we score. So good way to be aggressive on the boards.
56-19. And a Madisonville Community College timeout on the court by Fort Campbell. 2:57 to play. Lady Tigers well in control of this one. Back in 1 minute.
We believe you want to make wise financial decisions and live generously. At First Southern National Bank, we are making that even easier. Banking should be convenient for you and your schedule. With our new ITMs, a video teller is available to assist you with almost everything you could do inside a bank or at an ATM. You don't have to get out of your car, and the ITMs will offer extended hours, making it easier to deposit checks, withdraw cash, and more. Learn more about ITMs at fsnb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling to Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
First Southern National Bank wishes the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
We are back to the cab as play is underway. Fort Campbell out of the timeout, works it in to Raj. Raj double teamed in the corner. She gets rid of it, gets it right back, wants to go up with it, and travels, goes up with the basketball, comes right back down with it, and credit that to the good defense of Caldwell County.
Yeah, we're up on our toes, good energy. Lady Tigers are in complete control of this.
Running clock situation now here in the third quarter. Caldwell County up 56-19. Caldwell tried to save it in. Instead, Cruz able to stick a leg out, keep it in. Cruz all the way down, no good. Fort Campbell with the rebound. And a tie up with the possession arrow in favor of Caldwell County.
I think Coach Mitchell's done a nice job this second half with his substituting and making sure, we've got point guard in the game and certain combinations are in that need to be in together. And so I think that's a major difference here in the second half as well.
Presley McKinney out, Jordan Ort in during that timeout for Caldwell County. Zone defense by Fort Campbell, 2-3 zone. They'll really try to trap out front. Caldwell works it into Ort, was more open than she noticed. Instead, nice. Caldwell works it inside out, gets it back in to Copeland. Copeland misses a couple underneath, ball loose, rebounded by Scott. Scott double teamed in the backcourt. Sykes just setting to reach in on that, but a foul called as they knocked it away from Scott.
I love seeing that passing to the interior, and I always believe that you got to work from the inside out. We don't always do that. We like to shoot the three ball a little bit too much for my liking. However, Jakaya, she missed that shot. She hasn't played in a couple of weeks.
Right.
That's a 100% not having your legs in the second half. So I look for her to be able to get her wind back, and then she'll be making those shots.
Lady Tigers throwing the shutout up to this point here in the quarter. Tie up underneath on the rebound as Williams is tied up by number 4, Ezekman. Possession arrow with Fort Campbell. Into Raj. Raj almost has it knocked away, gets it right back into the corner. Good closeout by Jakaya Copeland. Finds Cruz. Cruz throws up a prayer. No good. Rebound comes down to Copeland. Copeland gets it up to Sykes. Sykes quickly to the other end. Copeland over to Thomas. She'll try a left wing three. This one almost gets a friendly roll, but falls off. And a tie up underneath. That was Raj and Ort.
That was a good-looking shot by Med. I knew she was going to shoot it 2 passes before she shot it. Usually when she gets her feet set, she doesn't miss by much.
10 seconds left in the quarter. Cruz has her pass deflected out front. It's back up to Sykes. Sykes takes it all the way to the hole. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Ort tracks it down. 3 seconds. 0.3 of a second, obviously. Caldwell County not able to get the shot off. Caldwell County tosses the shutout in the third quarter. After 3, it's the Lady Tigers 56, Lady Falcons 19.
Making great things happen now for over 25 years, Planters Bank introduces the Seed Summit. On February 21st from 8 to 5 at the Bruce, Planters Bank will host the Seed Summit for those interested in starting or expanding their small business. Get educational information from business experts and collaborate with fellow entrepreneurs. The Seed Summit is absolutely free. Just register at expectgreatthingsbank.com/seed. Don't miss the Seed Summit, February 21st. Planters Bank. Expect great things.
From vinyl to virtual, we've been there for it all.
The best music.
Worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
The best music. So much good music.
Download the free WPKY app and listen live.
I don't listen to anything else.
My station.
Love it. It's my favorite.
1580 103.3.
Boy, have you found the right place for music.
WPKY.
Back to the cab as we get underway in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Everything a home should be. Caldwell County outscores Fort Campbell 17-0 in the third quarter, and they start out on fire in the fourth as Jordan Ort gets her first points of the night.
Good ball movement again. Once again, when we make that extra pass, good things happen on ball reversal.
Something I don't think I've ever seen, Coach Thomas. They are only playing 6 minutes in this quarter, and it is a running clock, so this one's going to go by pretty quickly tonight.
You know, I haven't seen that either. But, you know, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, under the situation, I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play some of your kids that don't normally get to play, but this time of the year.
Sykes with a steal and a bucket on the other end.
Yeah, we got 4 games in six days. You know.
Yeah, we just came off of a radio station came off of a 9-game and 5 day span as well. So I know a lot of double headers this past week. Sykes gets a hand in the lane. She'll take the steal up and in.
Good job, Nala. Getting out in that passing lane, getting the easy bucket on the other end. She got rewarded for a defensive effort. I love when that happens.
Sykes trying to get into that double-digit mark like we talked about in the pregame, Coach.
Yeah, every night. That's what I expect out of her.
Long three, Fort Campbell, no good. Sykes with the rebound, and it could come right here. Sykes takes those strides up and misses the layup. It is Davany Williams in a tie-up and possession arrow to Fort Campbell. Caldwell County with some subs coming in, and we'll see if we can track those down. Bella Hawkins, a 7th grader wearing number 31 into the ball game. Number 42 is Jada Alexander, a sophomore, and Bunashka Thomas, another sophomore, wearing number 3 in. So you've got Clark and Thomas out front of a 2-3 zone. Ja'Kiah Copeland stayed in as well. Fort Campbell's Raj puts the shot up, misses, but will get to go to the free throw line.
Let's see if these subs that come in can keep up the same intensity and energy level as the players that they came in for. That's definitely what I'd be looking for if I was the coach on the bench.
Raj at the stripe for Fort Campbell, and she makes the shot. Fort Campbell a perfect 5 out of 5 so far in this ball game from the free throw stripe. Their first point of the second half, 62-20.
I think they practice their free throws, Dennis.
I think somebody's working on it maybe even after hours. Ella Johnson into the ball game for Caldwell County as Copeland comes out, and Raj hits a lot of rim, but she sinks 2.
I was trying to jinx her with no luck.
Yeah, that only works in a close game. I'll let you know now, but we can be deadly with that as announcers. Travel called inside on Jada Alexander. Turnover Caldwell County. And of all of our turnovers tonight, I suspect that at least half a dozen, maybe up to 8, have been the travel style.
They have. That's
3 is no good. Battle underneath on the rebound for Fort Campbell. They try to go across court, throw it away. and it will be Caldwell County basketball with 3 minutes left in this ball game. 62-21 your score. Caldwell County will pick up their 7th win of the season. And, Coach, this is a team that has a legitimate chance of seeing double-digit wins in the regular season this year.
Yes, sir. We've got plenty of games to end this season with that we can win.
Thomas has her shot blocked by Raj, gets it up to Cruz. Cruz with the runner, no good. Raj with the rebound, back up, and no good. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds on a loose ball by Fort Campbell. Some very young players into the game. Tatum Fuqua now in also for Caldwell County. She is an 8th grader, whereas number 5, so at least one 8th grader and one 7th grader, or two 8th graders and one 7th grader on the court.
I think Benoska is the oldest kid on the court, but this is the first time she's ever played basketball this year. So
oh, really?
She fits in with the young ones, I'll tell you.
Turnover, Caldwell County. As I think Coach Mitchell is going to be by and large pleased with tonight. You can't really over-critique a game against Fort Campbell to an extent because you were expected to win so big. But I think there's been some good things tonight, and I think there's been some things he can point out in practice.
Sure. It's been a great game for Jakaya to come back in. I think that's definitely a plus.
That's a good point.
You know, she was able to come in, relax, not have a whole lot of pressure, and just get her legs back underneath her because we're going to need her down the stretch.
Inbounds pass stolen away by Fort Campbell, but a back tip by Thomas knocks it almost out of bounds. Fort Campbell tried to save it and actually touched it last, so Caldwell County will get possession. Fuqua will put the ball in play for Caldwell County.
So I also love the fact that we're able to get our young kids in the game. Every second, every minute you can get them of experience is only going to help them down the road.
Thomas, top of the key, under a minute to play. Left side, shot up by Johnson is no good. Loose ball goes into the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds to Fort Campbell.
This one's winding down. This one's one you don't want to let in the last few minutes anything silly happen. You just want to play good, solid defense, play good fundamental basketball, and end this game well.
It was Johnson going for the rebound. Raj to the hole, no good. Loose on the floor, and it's going to be Thomas picking up the loose ball rebound, gets it across half court. Thomas will get it to Ella Johnson. Johnson wanted to go inside. Ball knocked away by Fort Campbell. Lady Falcons coming back up. Fuqua with the deflection. Fort Campbell gets it back. 9 seconds on the clock to Scott. Scott wants to go inside. Tied up. And they didn't call the tie-up. At the buzzer, it's Raj with the jumper, no good. And that's your final here tonight. Caldwell County 62 and Fort Campbell 21. Fort Campbell with only 2 free throws in that second half is all the points they scored. Big win for Caldwell County. We'll take a break and come back and get started on the Trilogy postgame report right after this on 1580. 103.3 WPKY.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. Princeton.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $800 on select equipment. Now through June 30th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
H&R AgriPower is your Kubota dealer for sales, service, and parts, located at 4900 Eagle Way in Hopkinsville.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
At Tricios, they're ordering it your way.
How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Trice Hughes in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
Hello, I'm Sheila Gates with Farmers Bank. Is your money working hard or hardly working? With a Farmers Bank certificate deposit, you get a safe investment with a predictable return on your hard-earned dollars. Call today and see how we can make rising interest rates a good thing for your bottom line. For a limited time only, ask about our new money promotion that gives you an even higher rate. Farmers Bank, live unique, bank unique, member FDIC. Terms apply.
Caldwell Medical Associates' new Katawa Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care. Our team of medical professionals can diagnose and treat a wide range of orthopedic care and get you back on the path to a happier, healthier you. Whether you need basic fracture care or osteoporosis management, a sports physical, or back pain treatment, we've got you covered. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic provider, visit CaldwellMedical.com.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student athlete. Each week, a student athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at yoursportsedge.com.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to the Cab as the Caldwell County Lady Tigers come away with a big win tonight over Fort Campbell, 62-21. Not sure why I wrote 41 down on that, but we'll change that real quick. Joining us here on the Trilogy post-game report is Coach Melissa Thomas. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to help you reach all of your fitness and well-being goals. And Coach Thomas, been a fun night with you here, filling in for Bob Hayes on this girls' game tonight. Thank you so much for making that trip from Frankfort today and getting down here in time for the ball game. I hope you had fun, did a great job tonight, and we saw a good effort out of Caldwell County's Lady Tigers.
Yeah, it was a great game to join in on.
Yeah.
I love it. Of course, I've been in all the games. I have 2 girls on the team, and I just love Caldwell County basketball, boys and girls. I've watched both these teams. I've watched them grow this year. I've watched them struggle a little bit, but now they're seeing some success. I love seeing the boys last night win their game. They're just showing that you know, when you hang in there and you're persistent, good things are going to happen.
We're going to be joined here on the Trilogy post-game report by Todd Griffin. Todd will have all of our stats from the ball game. And Todd, thank you for joining us tonight here on the Trilogy post-game report. You'll have all the stats if you are ready with those.
Yeah, give me just a second. I got to find my glasses.
All right.
You want to talk to the coach first and give me a chance to look over some things?
You'll switch out with some headphones here.
Yeah, Chuck's here and some players are here, so yeah, that'll give me just a second to double check on everything.
Coach Thomas is going to step aside. Melissa, thank you for the time tonight with us, Coach. You came out, took care of business early, got the 18-point lead after 1 quarter, played a lot of kids tonight. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, we wanted to work on a lot of little things. I know that when we came in tonight, our kids were pumped up, fired up, ready to go. We got 2 games here back-to-back. It's been that way the last 3 weeks, so we're preparing on the fly. Going through a walkthrough tomorrow morning before we get on the court and play Ohio County. But I got to tell you now, Fort Campbell played a really good ball game. They never quit. They were into it the whole time. Their coach is an incredible guy. We talked for the last couple of weeks. He's got a few injuries, a lot of kids out. So we're proud of what we did tonight, and we got to play some other kids.
Coach, it was about what you expected. I talked with Coach Thomas a little bit and said this is a game you really can't probably critique a whole lot because of Fort Campbell's inability to field a lot of kids on the court tonight. But there were a lot of good spots in this one. There were some things that you can take to practice. Probably, I guess, right off the top of your head, if you had to critique one thing, it would be the turnovers out of just travel calls on Caldwell County. but you also had the defense that came out and played really well. But I thought the big point for Caldwell County early offensively, if you missed a shot, we battled on the boards till we got the ball back, and we had so many multiple tries on each possession in that first quarter.
You know, that shot fake, we want to keep the kids' feet on the ground. That happened 2 or 3 times to us. So we talked about that at halftime. Keep your feet on the ground. We want a 2-inch shot fake, get to the rim. And I thought Meb was really working on that well. But you're right, we were working on that. As far as Coach Thomas, when you go into the gym and Coach Thomas walks in, I don't care who you're playing, she's probably still the best player in the gym. So she left me a lot of good players, and we talk every day, not every day, a couple times a month about the team, and she's been such a huge help. These girls have really come a long way, and they're ready to go strong at the end of the season.
Well, thinks she may have found her second career right here, because Bob out tonight and tomorrow a little bit under the weather. Coach Thomas stepped in. Then we'll have Tyler Gay tonight in the boys game, and then tomorrow our buddy Jeff McDaniels will step in and do our girls game tomorrow. So some celebrity guest analysts, if you will, here on WPKY. Looking forward to those. But a game that you came out, took care of business tonight. Got to play a lot of kids. Some of your thoughts on the kids that we usually don't see in the game, the Davini Williams or Fuquas and some of those. Tell us some of your thoughts on some of those young ladies.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you and everybody out there, Davini Williams is going to be somebody to be reckoned with by the time she's a senior.
I agree.
She works hard every day in practice. She comes during the summer. She wants to get better. I'm telling you, she's going to be a great threat with Lulu. Her and Lulu down there, the Twin Towers, as we call them. So we're really impressed with her. B, you're getting ready to speak with B right now. She is an incredible talent. She's never played basketball till this year. Coach Thomas said, I wish that I got her done working earlier. We're excited about B.
Absolutely.
B's going to be a big part of our team next year. She is this year, but she's really going to be there next year. So we're proud of her. We're proud of all the girls, Davini. Of course, the girl, Jakaia's back.
Saw that. A great game for Jakaia to come back.
Yes, it is. And Nyla. Nyla is just getting better and better and better every game. Once she figures that out, we're going to be really something to be reckoned with next year.
Coach, I'm going to let you go enjoy this one.
Sir.
And we're going to talk to some of these young ladies and then get set for the Tigers tonight. But every win gets the Ric Flair.
Woo!
There
Let's
you
go now. Let's go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Coach. See you tomorrow against Ohio County. Joined now as she puts on the headphones, gets a little support from her coach, Bunashka Thomas. Thanks for joining us here on the Trilogy Postgame Report. Great job tonight by you guys. You got a lot of minutes in. Give us some of your thoughts on this game tonight.
I think we did very good. We worked hard, on defense-wise, and we also, talked a lot on the court these past few games we played.
So how much are you enjoying this season? I know Coach Thomas was up here with me for the entire game, said this is your first year to play basketball. So how much are you liking it, and what's the biggest thing you've learned so far on this team?
I like playing basketball. It's hard. It's different than all the other sports I've ever played in my life. It's just something new that I decided to try this year, and I think it's going pretty good.
Well, that's great, and you're doing a wonderful job, and I think Coach Mitchell is really expecting a lot of good things for you in the years to come, so hope you'll stick with that. Congratulations tonight on the win. It's good to meet you tonight up here, and we're going to let you pass the headphones over to Ms. Thompson here, if you will. Here on the Trilogy Post-Game Report, talking to the coach and a couple of players after a big 62-21 win. And the rebounding machine is here with us tonight, Lulu Thompson. Lulu, you have been probably one of the most pleasant surprises of the whole team this year. We didn't know what to expect back at the first of the year out of you guys, but you're coming in, and I think the last 3 or 4 games, you're averaging double digits off the boards. Tell us some of your thoughts, and when you got on the floor, are you just in your mindset, are you going to outperform, out-hustle, out-muscle everybody you go up against? What's the key?
Well, I just try my best to block everybody out and get in front of everybody so I can get most of the boards, or if not all of them, and just make sure that I block everybody out that I can.
When you're when your rebounds per game start going from 5 and 6 on up to 8 and then 10 a game, does that drive you a little bit more to try to better what you did the last time out?
Yes, it makes me more confident in what I can do. It makes me want to get more every single game.
Your favorite part of this team, before I let you go, what has been the most fun part of this team and what they've been able to accomplish since November?
Everybody just working hard, try to get better all together, have fun in practice, trying our best no matter if we win or lose. Just everybody coming together and try to play as a team.
Well, I've enjoyed it, and I know Bob has. I'm speaking for him tonight. He's out sick tonight, but you keep up the great work, and we're looking to see your name in the top 10 in rebounding by the end of the season.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Lulu Thompson joining us here on the Trilogy post-game report. We'll let an old familiar voice step in here now, and Todd Griffin from Your Sports Edge. Todd's going to join us, put the headphones on, and Todd is going to fill in a spot that Bob usually takes care of. I kept the first half stats, Bob, and not to pat myself on the back, I got our scoring right in the first half, but then my scoring went sideways as I watched a little bit too much game. So we're going to let you do the stats of the ball game. Brought to you, of course, by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs.
Big run there in the second half for the Lady Tigers to kind of put this one away. It was 39-19 at halftime. Lady Tigers blanked Fort Campbell there 17-0 in the third quarter. Scored the first 6 points of the final period. So a 23-0 run there by the Lady Tigers to win at 62-21 tonight over the Fort Campbell Lady Falcons. A.J. Hollowell with a game-high 19 points for the Lady Tigers tonight. Med Thomas had 10. Nyla Sykes and Presley McKinney had 8 points apiece. Tink Clark had 7. Ja'Kiah Copeland 4. Lulu Thompson and Jordan Ort had 2 points apiece for the Lady Tigers to round out their scoring. For Fort Campbell, Charlize Cruz had 13. Rosella Raj had 4. Trinity Scott had 4 points and 10 rebounds for the Lady Falcons. Fort Campbell actually a pretty good showing there in the first half, Dennis. 7 of 15 from the field, but 0 of 14 in the second half. Fort Campbell held to just 2 free throws in the second half, although they were 6 of 6 at the free throw line for the contest. Caldwell County shot 27 of 63 from the floor in the game. The one thing that just really hurt Fort Campbell, I had them with 41 turnovers on the night. Caldwell County with a 29-27 rebounding advantage tonight. Lulu had 5, Presley had 5. The stats kind of spread out. A lot of people played tonight, so right. It's one of those tough games, Dennis, where you can't really build a lot of stats, but it's a good team win. It was, and a nice one to watch for Caldwell County. A good game for Ja'Kiah Copeland to make a return tonight for Caldwell County after being out for about 2.5 weeks with concussion protocol. So, Todd, looking forward to this next game between the Tigers and the Trojans of Webster County. Hope to have you back with us on the post-game show for that one with all the game stats. The teams met over at Webster County about a month ago, a pretty good game on a Saturday night. The Tigers were ended until about the fourth quarter, and then Webster County kind of pulled away. A lot of the Tiger fans thought maybe the Tigers didn't get much on the whistle side in that game, so, maybe you get a call or two here in this one. You can take this one down to the wire. And Caldwell County coming in with a little added confidence after a big win last night against Crittenden County. Yeah, that was a good one to get. Again, balanced scoring and a balanced effort, but big game last night for Jadarius Wilson, 21 points, 13 rebounds, and anytime you beat Crittenden County, if you're a Caldwell County fan, that's a big night. There's certain teams that you really want to beat every time, and Crittenden County certainly one of those 2 or 3, just like Lyon County or Trigg County. But first time they played in the All-A Classic was here, and Crittenden won that one pretty handily. But if you remember, Jadarius didn't play that night, so his presence in the middle was a big deal last night. And that's a kid that's improving every time out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just keeps getting better and better. And, he does. You look at the district draw coming up in just over a week. Caldwell County has Hopkins Central at Hopkins Central. Do you think that will be a fun one? I think it's going to be a nice one. I'm not sure about where we really want to sit. You might want to get up top for that one. Yeah, we may change our position at Hopkins Central for the district game. Todd, thanks for coming in tonight. We're going to give away a few awards here, and if you want to sit in on those, you're more than welcome to put your vote in for it. Let's start out with the clutch play of the night, brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts, your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm.
stop by and see our buddy Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best. And Todd, my vote was going to go to Jakiah Copeland.
Okay.
Clutch play tonight, coming in after being out for 2.5 weeks, made good minutes, did a good job on the boards for Caldwell County and got in the books. So I'm going to give my vote to Jakiah.
Yeah, I would go with that. Yeah.
All right, Jakiah Copeland, our clutch play of the game. Let's do the player of the game right now. That's brought to you by U-Ride. U-Ride gives you that hometown feel by providing personalized appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and remaining committed to you even after the sale. Contact Lee or Tommy for an appointment at U-Ride. I'll let you have this one.
I would go with AJ tonight. 19 points. She had the 4-point play in the first quarter. That was pretty key play. Helped the Lady Tigers open up a 24-4 lead there early in the game. And, yeah, I think every time Caldwell County needed to be settled down just a little bit, AJ was there to come up with a basket.
And I think on the other end, she really led the way defensively for Caldwell County. She was fighting for every loose ball in that first quarter, and that set the tone for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I didn't keep steals, but I bet if we look at the steals, she had a ton, especially in the first half.
Absolutely. And an award we're going to give out tonight, and I've got a few thoughts on this one too, Todd. It's called the Eye of the Tiger Award, brought to you by Parker Eye Care. Parker Eye Care's Eye on the Tiger Award Parker Eye Care strives to be their best to help you see your best. Parker Eye Care on Lakota Drive in Cadiz. Your vision, our focus. And the Parker Eye Care Eye on the Tiger Award I'm going to give to Bunashka Thomas tonight.
Okay.
Found out during the broadcast from Coach Thomas that this is her first year to even play basketball.
Is that right?
So a lot of pure talent in that kid, and she's going to be something in the years to come.
I think the future is really bright for the Lady Tigers when you look out there and see how many sophomores and freshmen and 8th graders and on down the line. Might take it just a little while to get there, but I think the future is pretty bright.
I think this is going to be a really quick team that's going to be able to shoot the ball, like you said, and a lot of bright spots. Not to sign away this season off the books, but I think they are going to be a team to be reckoned with in the next couple of years.
Well, I think you're going to see multiple scorers emerge on that team, and they've got kids that can rebound, and Coach Mitchell wants them to kind of hang their hat on their defense. So if you can do all those things, you can compete in the second region.
Absolutely. Just about 3 minutes and 30 seconds before we tip it off between the Trojans and the Tigers here at the Cab. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We're going to switch the headphones over to Caldwell County Lady Tiger assistant Tyler Gay, and he'll be taking the reins on the color commentary for the second game coming up tonight. So we'll be back right after this with the, let's see, we're going to switch it to a real quick Athletic Center pregame show. What do you say on that one? And it'll be back in 1 minute.
KFC Princeton, offering their amazing fried chicken and all the fix-its. You can dine in or call your order for pickup inside or use their convenient drive-thru. Your local KFC is located on the Marion Road in Princeton. Whether you enjoy a quick lunch or take dinner home or maybe take something to a friend in need, they're always ready to help. They're also looking for team members at KFC. Ask about becoming a member of their team. KFC on the Marion Road, where they appreciate your support and they are Princeton strong.
With Planters Bank, you're served up points with every swipe of your Planters check card with You Choose Rewards. You'll earn points on every credit transaction you make with your Planters Bank Visa check card. Visit PlantersBankOnline.com to learn more. You choose rewards on the Planters Visa check card. Reason number 15, that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, cheering on all Tiger athletes.
Back to the Cab as we wrap up on the girls' game tonight. Caldwell County Lady Tigers, a 62-21 win over Fort Campbell. Big night for the Lady Tigers to pick up their 7th win on the season, and we really enjoyed that one. We're going to switch the gears a little bit and have a brand new guy into the analyst seat here with us up in the booth, and it is Caldwell County Lady Tiger assistant coach Tyler Gay. And Tyler, thanks for coming up tonight on such short notice. I know it's tough. You've been with a sick daughter all day. Now you have to coach, and then you're going to step in and do a game with us. We really appreciate it more than you know, so welcome to the broadcast.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be coming in and help.
And both teams going to the bench. Caldwell County just about to leave the court Webster County at their bench already, under a minute to go before we tip this one off. Tip-off is brought to you tonight by Travis Construction and Concrete. Travis Construction and Concrete takes care of all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Coach Gay, a chance tonight for you to see from a different perspective, so feel free to pour out anything you want to tonight, and we'll just have a lot of fun up here on this broadcast as we are filling in for our buddy Bob Hayes, who's a little bit under the weather tonight, probably will be out tomorrow as well, and hopefully back with us on Tuesday night as the Lady Tigers have a much anticipated rematch with Lyon County here at the Cab. I'm really looking forward to that game, especially after you guys controlled the last 3 quarters after that rough start Saturday night.
Yeah, the first quarter's kind of been a tough one for us all season, you know, but the last couple games we've really been emphasizing to the girls getting out on the court with intensity, and I think they've kind of they've tried to meet that challenge, and so hopefully we'll have a different outcome when we meet Lyon County again.
Caldwell County's Tigers come into this game at 5-18, a big win last night over Crittenden County, so they'll have a little bit of confidence. This is a team that Caldwell County lost to earlier in the season, Webster County at 12-10 on the year, so Caldwell County with a little revenge factor tonight to go along with maybe a little uptick last night after a hard-fought win over an always physical Crittenden County squad.
And you know, Dennis, I've been watching the boys play a little bit here lately, and you know, it's a little late in the season now, but they have seemed to kind of come together and find some new team unity. They've been moving the ball well. They've been playing high-intensity defense, so I think we can expect a good game out of them tonight.
And part of that, Coach, you guys haven't had to deal with it much, but injuries just riddled this boys team from the start of the season. They've only had a regular starting 5 now maybe for a couple of weeks, and it's also late in the season, so that has been a part of the trouble for the Tigers this season.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize, you know, they think, oh, it's just one player out, but it's amazing how much one player being out of your rotation can mess up your game plan. You know, having to get deeper into your bench sooner, and just not having the same people in there to produce what you're used to having out of them. It can really change up your game just having one person out.
Starters for Webster County tonight are number 1, Jarvis Stark Scott, number 2, Micah Austin, number 4, Trace Hardison, number 5, Evan Mikacek, and number 24, Deshaun Murphy. Caldwell County is going to start both Whittingtons, Luke Parker, D-Man Thompson, and Jadarius Wilson. Parker serving the 1-game suspension last night from the on Tuesday night against Trigg County from the Hopkins Central game. So he's back in the lineup. Caldwell County in the all-white home uniforms, Webster County in the all-black uniforms here as we get set for tip-off tonight in the nightcap. Up and controlled by Webster County. Webster County into the offensive end. They will have Mikacek for 3, no good. Rebound Webster County. In the middle was Hardison. Hardison kicks it back out to Murphy. Murphy's going to drop it back off to Hardison. Hardison at the point. Caldwell County in a man-to-man defense. Pass across the lane, intercepted by Carter Whittington, up court to Collin. Collin has it knocked away from behind, but out of bounds. So Caldwell County will keep possession. Good hands by Carter Whittington on the steal in the lane. Caldwell County lobs it out. D-Man Thompson now to Carter Whittington at the top of the key. He wants to feed it underneath to Wilson. Wilson has it knocked out of bounds by Murphy. And, Coach, that's been Caldwell County's strategy in the last few games to try to go to a much improved Jadarius Wilson.
Absolutely, I would too, Dennis. He's definitely improved a lot over the season. I'm excited to see how he develops over the next couple of years.
Pass comes into Wilson, and he gets tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Caldwell County, though. Yeah, that's a kid that is not the same player as he was when he started the season, had never played or hadn't played in years, and came in and has a lot of raw talent, but really learning a lot of the basic fundamentals, and it's made a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Big double-double last night against Crittenden. Caldwell County, though, on the turnover, on the inbounds, back the other way is Webster County. A corner 3, in and out. Wilson with the rebound. gets it over to Whittington. Whittington into the front court. Down low, trying to go to Wilson, knocked away on the deflection. Picking it up is number 2, Alston. Alston out to Hardison. Back to Alston, top of the key, 3, no good. Strong rebound again by J. Darius Wilson. Whistle underneath as the ball goes out of bounds. It stays Caldwell County basketball. Just over a minute played here in the first quarter. No score. First quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Everything a home should be. Carter Whittington quickly up the court. Guarded very closely. Into the corner it goes to Jack Roach. Roach gets bumped, and it will be a foul on Webster County as J. Darius Wilson goes to the bench for a quick breather. First foul on Deshaun Murphy. Webster County with the steal on the long pass on the inbounds. Shot up on the other end, partially blocked by Roach, but I think Jack is going to pick up the foul, sending Jarvis Stark-Scott to the free throw line.
Dennis, I like how Coach K has them being really aggressive and overplaying the passing lanes here. If they can start being able to convert those steals into points, they'll be in good shape. But Coach K is really having them be aggressive, getting out, contesting those passing lanes, and gamble a little bit, which I really like to see.
Starks makes the first free throw. Second one up and good. 2-0, Webster County early. They're going to bring pressure in the backcourt after the 2 made free throws. Stark-Scott against Caldwell County's Carter Whittington gets it to Collin. Collin has it knocked away. Now double team over to Parker. Parker at the elbow gives that shot up. They'll work it back to Whittington. Whittington dump off to his brother. Head fake up and in. Collin Whittington with the bucket. And we're tied at 2. Webster County back the other way. Got behind the Caldwell County defense. Everybody's standing around about free throw line high. And that was number 4, I do believe, with the bucket. That's Hardison.
Dennis, that'll hurt you whenever your team doesn't get back in transition and pick up a man. It'll really hurt you on the other end.
And back-to-back times that Caldwell County did not get back, but fortunately that was Stark-Scott missing a little bunny from the left side. Still 4-2 Webster County. But 2 possessions in a row, Coach, that Caldwell County didn't get the defense all the way back to the last man on the baseline. Parker takes it to the hole strong, misses, rebound back up and in. While falling down was Roach.
It's nice to see a hustle play to make up for kind of what we lost on the defensive end there by Roach.
Trace Hardison at the point for Webster County. Caldwell County matches up. They'll go man-to-man. Hardison with the basketball. Hardison off a screen at the top of the key. Gives it up to Murphy. Murphy, step back, thought about the 3, now takes it to the lane. Finger roll up and in by number 24, Deshaun Murphy. D-Man Thompson with the basketball, working against Austin. Under 5 to play here in the first quarter. Thompson behind the back, pulls it back out near the logo. Now a lot of pressure. Coming to the ball was Parker. Good job by Luke to see that Thompson was in trouble. Thompson with the lob looking for Roach. Webster County got the pass picked off, but steps on the baseline, keeping it with Caldwell County. That's not a pass you want to make because there's no real size advantage there, Coach, and there was defense on the weak side too.
Yeah. I'm glad to see J. Darius getting back in. It definitely brings a whole different dynamic whenever he's out there because they're not able to be out on the perimeter as much because they have to be aware of J. Darius down there in the paint.
Wilson misses a shot but gets his own rebound, puts it back up. And we're tied at 6. Austin over to Murphy. A 3 on the way is no good. Rebound Carter Whittington. Colin Whittington drives the lane and a foul underneath. Whittington drew the defense. I thought he was going to dump it off to Wilson, but a hold underneath is going to be called on Webster County. Their second foul as a team. We'll see who they put the personal on, and it is number 4, Trace Hardison. Steal on the inbounds by Webster County, though. The Trojans back the other way. Murphy, 3 from the left wing is good. Murphy with the bucket. Madisonville Community College timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here for this one. 3:57 to play in the first quarter. Madisonville Community College sponsors our timeouts this season. Are you looking to further your education, enrich your career, build on existing skills, or gain new ones? MCC is your college for an affordable, flexible, and convenient path to reach all of your goals. Visit madisonville.kctcs.edu for more information. Coach, what are you seeing out of the Tigers in the first 4 minutes of this one?
Offensively, I feel like they're doing a good job moving the ball around. The transition's really hurting them. Webster's a fast transitioning team, and whenever they're not getting back, it's going to make it hard for them to stay in this ball game, but I'm sure Coach K will adjust accordingly.
Nice entry pass and great position in the lane by J. Darius Wilson, who takes it easily up off the glass and in. 3:40 left to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County knocks the ball loose, and it's Carter Whittington on the steal. Whittington pushing the offense and gets tied up on the drive by number 2, Micah Austin. Possession arrow back to Webster County. Trojans lead this one 9-8, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Setting in for Bob Hayes tonight is Lady Tiger assistant Tyler Gay. Bob will be back probably on Tuesday night as the Lady Tigers will take on the Lady Lions. Drive in and a foul call. That was Stark Scott with the drive off the left side just into the ball game. Xavier Bumpus, and I think Xavier picked up the personal and does. His first, second on Caldwell County, but it puts Jarvis Stark Scott at the line. He makes that free throw. 3 out of 3 tonight from the line so far for Scott. Second one up and good. Webster County brings a little backcourt pressure again after the make, but they slack it off to half court. Xavier Bumpus, first time into the ball game tonight, and his first game in probably 2 or 3 games for the Tigers. Luke Parker back to Colin Whittington. Man-to-man is Webster County. Back to Parker. Parker into the corner to Bumpus. Bumpus, the lob inside to Wilson, and Wilson gets tied up. Possession arrow stays with Caldwell County, but Coach, when you have a kid the size of Jadarius Wilson at 6'5", you want those passes up where only he can go up and get those, right?
You do, and you'll notice, though, Webster County is bringing somebody to face guard him, and they're also playing somebody behind. So we just have to realize that and be able to find the open man, because if you're getting doubled somewhere, that means you have an open shot somewhere else on the court. But that's the kind of disruption a good big man will bring to the game for you, is causing you to double him, especially whenever they don't really have anybody to match up with them.
Wilson makes the basket on a good lob. Webster on the other end misses the 3. Colin Whittington high for the glass for Caldwell County. Tigers with numbers. Webster gets back, though, and Caldwell County has to pull it up with 2:19 to play in the first. Colin Whittington in the left corner. Skip pass all the way into Webster County's bench. Turnover Caldwell County.
I like the energy they have, Dennis, but they need to settle it down a little bit on offense. Maybe maybe swing it around the arc a few times and allow that defense to shift so that they can find an opening.
It's Webster County's number 2, Austin, handing it off to Murphy. Into the ball game now is Marcus Austin. So 2 Austins in for Webster County. Caldwell County is going to stay in that man-to-man defense. Webster drives the lane, has the ball knocked loose. Murphy able to get it back momentarily, but Carter Whittington gets the steal. Colin Whittington back the other way, but good hustle by Webster County. Knocks it out of the hands of Colin Whittington before he could put it up off the glass. Tigers will keep possession as Colin will inbound from the baseline. Wanted Bumpus, but that one picked off by Scott. Scott keeps it himself off the glass underneath of Bumpus. And it's Webster County with a 3-point advantage and a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Bumpus open for a 3. That one halfway down and back out. Micah Austin on the board for Webster County. Thought about the 3, did a head fake, got his man up in the air, drives the lane, no good. D-Man Thompson strong with the left-handed rebound. And the outlet pass to Colin Whittington. Whittington with a little backdoor to Carter Whittington. Whittington gets pushed from behind We'll see if they call it on the floor, if they'll give him 2 shots on that one.
That was a good, strong take by Whittington. I like whenever they give that little tuck to get through the lane. It's a lot safer way to get through. And if you're able to transition out of that little cradle carry like that into a layup, it gives you a lot better chance to get to the rim and get a shot. They're not going to let him shoot here, though.
Yeah, I thought that one was going to be iffy. Caldwell County's bench really wanted the shots. Lob in to Wilson. Wilson working on a much smaller Austin, but gets double teamed, has to kick it back out to Xavier Bumpus near the logo. Under a minute to play in the first. Off the screen from Wilson. Bumpus still dribbling, steps on the half-court line. Turnover, Caldwell County.
Webster County's being really aggressive on the ball handlers here, which is causing Caldwell County to have to hurry up a little bit and do a lot of dribbling, and Xavier just kind of lost where he was on the court there.
Murphy over to Austin. Austin at the top of the key. Kicks it to Scott. Scott left open. He'll try a 3. No good. Bumpus gets the rebound for Caldwell County. Looks up the court. He's going to keep it himself. Takes it all the way up. Spin move. Kick back out to a trailing D-man Thompson. Off the front of the rim. No good. But it's Parker with the rebound. Almost had the bucket back up. Rolls off the front. Webster back the other way quickly. A back tap steal by Carter Whittington. He gets the ball over to Thompson. 14 seconds on the clock. Thompson on the right side. Pulls up free throw line over to Bumpus. Bumpus had an open 3. Still 7 seconds on the clock. Parker to Whittington. Lob underneath to Wilson. Wilson, a nice shot up off the glass. 8 first quarter points by J. Darius Wilson, and Caldwell back within 1. After 1, it's Webster 13, Caldwell 12. Back in 1 minute.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Don't let the winter blues get you down. For some, this mood change is temporary and easily managed with lifestyle medication. For more information, please call 1-877-667-7017. Help is available, and the winter blues is a real condition that can be easily managed with medication. Call 1-877-667-7017. At Health First Community Health Center, your health is their main concern.
Black Patch Grill says, "Go Tigers. Good luck this season."
Back at the cab as Caldwell County will enter the second quarter down by 1 to Webster County 13-12. Second quarter brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. That last bucket by Wilson, a nice one off the glass. That's a Farmers Bank shot. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Webster into the front court. They'll face a 3-2 zone, but Bumpus will come out of the middle of that to make it look 1-2-2. Webster patiently works it into the corner. Back out to number 11, Garrard, just into the ball game here in the second quarter. Garrard to Murphy. Murphy's going to pull it back out. Bumpus inches up, but backs back into that 3-2 zone. Murphy gets the pass. Long 3, no good. Carter Whittington with another rebound. Kid rebounds the ball well for his size. Finds Parker coming up the right side, back to Whittington. Whittington with the drive, spin move in the lane. A little contact, no call. Back over to Bumpus. He'll try a 3 from the left wing. Just off the mark. Micah Austin gets the rebound, brings it back up for the Trojans. Finds Scott. Scott takes it to the hole, had a clear lane, but coming over to pick him up was J. Darius Wilson with a big block.
He really timed that well, Dennis. He waited till just the last second to get him to take that layup, and then he jumped across the lane to put the block back.
Thompson missed his shot on his end. Back up underneath was number 5, Evan Michalek. And it is going to be Webster County basketball. Whistle calls underneath. It's going to stay Trojan basketball. And it's Murphy. Murphy, free throw line jumper out of a double team, no good. Great block out, D-Man Thompson on that one. Caldwell County back the other way. Whittington loses the ball underneath and hits the deck to try to get the tie up, and does. Possession arrow will go to Caldwell County. Parker out, Colin Whittington back in.
Say, Dennis, one thing I really like about watching the Whittington boys play is if you're going to beat them, they're going to make you fight for it. They are never ones to get out hustled.
And he passed it into his brother. It was deflected back out, and Colin could not move out of the way. Ended up touching it, standing out of bounds. So a turnover, Caldwell County with 6.5 to play here in the first half. Trojans with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Now Caldwell County will go man-to-man, and out on coverage out front was Jadarius Thompson. Now it's going to be Murphy. Backdoor cut and a nice pass. Great ball movement by Webster County, but missed the shot. Back up, and it's Wilson with the board. He gets tied up underneath. That was some great ball movement for Webster County to miss the shot on. Possession arrow to the Trojans. Garrard playing the post, so Caldwell County has the mismatch on the offensive end when they get the ball back. It's it's Murphy, guarded by Colin Whittington. Murphy, crossover, handoff to Austin. Austin to Garrard. Into the corner it goes, and back out over to Murphy. Webster County will start it all over. 5:38 left in the half. Shot by Murphy is up and in close. Got that one before Wilson could get a hand on it.
Webster County really trying to slow the ball down on offense here, get a good rotation and get better looks, and it seems to be working for them.
Wilson battles through the double team, gets the pass inside on the left block, turns around, puts it in, and he will go to the line. I've got Wilson with 10 right now of Caldwell County's 14 points. Goodwin Insurance free throw is no good. And Webster quickly back the other end with Murphy, but Xavier Bumpa steps in the passing lane, picks that one off. Caldwell County down court to Wilson. Wilson has it go through his hands. Webster County now back the other way. Murphy step back and puts it up from about 12 feet. Caldwell County down by 3, 17-14. One of the entry pass to Wilson. Stepping in on that one was Garrard, but traveled after he got the ball. Caldwell County maybe wanting to go to Wilson a lot, and it's obvious, but you can't telegraph those passes. You've got to give it to where Wilson's got a distinct advantage size-wise. Get it to where only he can put a hand on that ball.
Absolutely.
Bumpus inbounds to Carter Whittington with 4:48 left to play in the first half. Whittington goes right side underneath, bad pass. Wilson was fronted by Murphy. Murphy with the pass up and underneath to Mikulek, and Mikulek with the bucket.
Sometimes in situations like that, Dennis, it's better to rotate the ball around and allow your inside man to be able to readjust and get better positioning instead of trying to force that pass inside.
D-Man Thompson back out to Whittington. Whittington inside to Wilson. Wilson misses a short 6-footer, gets his own rebound and gets fouled on the play. We'll see who the foul is on Webster County. Caldwell County will have the ball underneath. That foul was on Garrard. Inside it comes to Wilson. Wilson off the glass, no good. Tough angle off the inbounds, and it's Webster quickly back the other way. Austin with the basketball over to Mikulek. Shot up, no good. Colin Whittington grabs the glass for Caldwell County. Outlet pass to D-Man Thompson. Thompson kind of out of control and gets bailed out with a blocking foul. I think they hit Garrard with the block. Second foul on Garrard. 16 fouls now on Webster County. Caldwell County will shoot the 1-and-1s. Still almost 4 minutes to play in the first half. Bumpus thought about a step back three. Instead, turns it over to D-Man Thompson. Takes it to the glass. Left-hand shot off a right side board. And D-Man Thompson with a nice bucket.
That was a nice drive by D-Man. He's a fun player to watch. He can kind of do a little bit of everything, and he's a great utility player to have on the court.
Murphy guarded both closely by Colin Whittington, who draws the toughest defensive assignment night in and night out for Caldwell County. Trojans work it back around to Murphy, into the corner, wide open. Scott for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Ball tipped. D-Man Thompson comes down with it, hands it off to Carter Whittington. Whittington gets it up the court quickly to Colin Whittington. Off of a screen, drop-off pass to Bumpus underneath to Wilson. Wilson has it blocked by Murphy. A little lazy maybe with the shot from that close in. Didn't really square up on that and put a little half hook on it.
Luckily, Dennis, he hustled back down the other way and got the back tip and got the ball back for his team there to kind of make up for it.
Madisonville Community College timeout on the court with 2:51 left to play in the first half. 19-16 Trojans will be back in 30 seconds.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Back to the cab as Caldwell County finds themselves down by 3 with 2:51 left to play in the first half. Dennis Stevens and Tyler Gay on the call tonight. Coach Gay filling in for Bob Hayes this evening, who's a little under the weather. Caldwell County looking at a zone. It's going to be Colin Whittington with the night's first three for Caldwell County. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer. Get game day ready with a $5.99 hot and ready at Little Caesars in Princeton. Scott, kick out to Austin. Back at it comes to Hardison. Hardison checked back into the ball game. Pass at the top of the key to number 5. Mikulek is no good on the shot. Rebound, Jadarius Wilson. And a whistle called, a late whistle, but they're going to say Carter Whittington dragged the pivot foot.
I like defensively what Caldwell's doing right now. If you watch, they're kind of letting those three-point shots go a little uncontested and taking away the driving lanes instead. And Webster hasn't been capitalizing on the fact that they're getting those open shots, so it's worked out really well for them so far.
Into the corner it goes. Murphy's going to try a three. That one airballed. Caldwell County's Carter Whittington gets the rebound, pushes the issue back up, takes it left-hand side off the glass, no good. And it's Webster with the rebound, and then an outlet pass getting behind everybody was number 12, Marcus Austin.
The transitions hurt Caldwell a little bit tonight. That's probably 6 or 8 points that Webster's been able to score on just because they're hustling back faster than our boys can get there.
You're exactly right on that. They had back-to-back possessions scoring with a player behind the defense, and then that's the first time in a while, but you're right, 6 points at least by Webster County, just getting behind and out hustling Caldwell County's defense back down the court. Xavier Bumpus to Carter Whittington. They had D-Man Thompson open in the corner. He'll take the look, and no good on the shot. Stark Scott with the board for Webster County as we go under a minute to play in the first half. Austin hit Stark Scott, and both officials, one official pointed one way, one another. They'll get together and talk this one out. Coach K, I think, helped that out a little bit on the sideline as well. It's going to be Caldwell County basketball, as well it should. That is the correct call. D-Man Thompson will put it in play for the Tigers with 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Caldwell County coming off a big win last night over Crittenden County on the road. Whittington over to Colin. Back to Carter. Caldwell County down to 37 seconds. To Colin. He'll fire a three. Left wing. Good. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer. Colin Whittington. Back-to-back trips by Caldwell County. Saw Colin Whittington knock down the three.
these last 4 minutes have really been great for the Caldwell team, Dennis. They've been able to get some good open shot looks and capitalize on a couple turnovers from Webster, and it's really kind of changing the tempo of the game for them.
Whittington switches off to Bumpus on Murphy. 8 seconds on the clock. Murphy drives, gets around 2 defenders out front, makes the basket. And at the buzzer, Caldwell County cannot convert. Good first half here at the Cab. And at the half, it is Webster County 23, Caldwell County 22. We'll take a break and come back with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report next on WPKY.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $800 on select equipment. Now through June 30th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
H&R AgriPower is your Kubota dealer for sales, service, and parts, located at 4900 Eagle Way in Hopkinsville.
Hi, this is Jim Lancaster with H&R AgriPower. Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $800 on select equipment. Now through June 30th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
H&R AgriPower is your Kubota dealer for sales, service, and parts, located at 4900 Eagle Way in Hopkinsville.
Your Planters Bank total checking account is now overflowing with benefits from the new Planters Perks checking. Get new benefits accessible instantly from the exclusive Planters Perks app. New ways to waive your monthly service charge. Valuable savings at area businesses. And you can keep your total current checking access and benefits. Just download the Planters Perks app to get started. Planters Perks. Reason number 53 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
Pennyroyal Hospice Executive Director Kelly Martin.
Living to the fullest with Pennyroyal Hospice means relief. R is for when that time comes that you face a restriction in the health of your life. E is for the ease of access to get that help that you so desperately need. L is for the life boost that hospice provides both for the patient and for the family. I stands for the individualized plan of care for your loved one. E is for the emergency plan that is developed specifically for you as a hospice patient. The letter F, we fill in the gaps after someone passes with an amazing and extended bereavement program.
Living to the fullest means relief with Pennyroyal Hospice, celebrating 40 years of care for our loved ones.
For 25 years, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant has been your choice for authentic Mexican food. They appreciate your business through the years. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Pair your favorite meals with your favorite margarita. Enjoy dining in or call in for carryouts. Call 270-365-3848 to place your order. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant with locations in Princeton and Marion. Be sure to follow them on Facebook. And thanks again for 25 great years.
Welcome back to the Cab as we get underway with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime report. Travis Construction and Concrete for your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. At the half, it's Webster County holding on to that same 1-point lead they had after 1 quarter of play. It is Webster County 23, Caldwell County 22. Webster had a lead after 1 at 13-12. So a good matchup tonight. Webster County with a win already over Caldwell earlier this season. So the boys really battling well tonight and shooting the ball well, especially when they get it inside and down low to Jadarius Wilson. Time now for the stats of the first half. Stats, as always, brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a 4th-generation family business. Ackridge has been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. In the first half for Caldwell County, they were led by Jadarius Wilson with 10 points. Not far behind, Colin Whittington had 8 in the first half, and then 2 other players with 2 points apiece. It was D-Man Thompson with a bucket, and also Jack Roach early in the first quarter in some early minutes for Roach, getting one to drop as well. So 22 points in the first half. Caldwell County only went to the line once and missed that one in the first half. For Webster County, they are led by Deshaun Murphy. Murphy has 4 2-pointers and 1 3 for 11 points, 6 points for Jarvis Stark Scott, and then 3 players with 2 each, Trace Hardison, Evan Mikulek, and Marcus Austin, all with 2 points. Tight one right here at the Cab, 23-22. Join us after the game. Todd Griffin of Your Sports Edge will have tonight's post-game stats brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply. Just under 5 minutes before we get back into action here for the second half. Joined tonight by Caldwell County Lady Tiger assistant coach Tyler Gay in place of Bob Hayes tonight. Bob a little bit under the weather. Hope he's feeling better, but we appreciate Coach Gay answering a call on a lot of short notice. And Coach, hope you're having fun tonight. It's been fun having you so far.
It has. I've enjoyed it, Dennis. I tell you, I wish I could sit up here during our games when I'm coaching. You have a lot better view of the court than I do, for sure. And you can it's a lot easier to see what's happening, especially on the opposite side of the court whenever you have the bird's eye view like you got up here.
Well, we've enjoyed it, and anytime you want to join us, you're more than welcome to come up. And I don't know if Coach Mitchell wants to put the headsets on down on the side. You two can talk, but we can work something out, I'm sure. Coach, what are some things you've seen tonight, both good or that needs worked on by Caldwell County to be down by 1 here in the first half?
I think we've already kind of touched on our transition defense a little bit. I'm sure Coach K is talking to them about that right now. You got to get back. We work on transition defense a lot in our practices. I'm sure the boys do as well. But you have to sprint back and get to the lane and then turn around and find somebody. And really, transition D is all just about heart and hustle. So there's really no reason that it shouldn't be happening. But I look for that to be addressed next half as Coach makes adjustments. Offensively, I'm sure we're going to keep trying to work the ball inside to Jadarius and kind of get some open looks on the perimeter from his presence inside.
Hey, Coach, I think one thing Caldwell County is doing pretty well, especially out of the guard spot, we're rebounding the ball. You've got the 2 Whittington kids really pulling down a lot of rebounds in that first half and keeping Webster County from having extra tries on any given possession.
Yeah, definitely with both the Whittington boys, and you can definitely tell these boys have been playing basketball together for a long time. Because if one of them go in for the rebound, the other one's already leaking out down the sideline to go ahead and try to get that lob down court and get the easy transition bucket. And it almost looks like they don't even have to communicate that. They just see it. And it's like I said, just from years playing with somebody, getting to play with your brother is probably something really special. And you can definitely tell that these boys work together.
And a couple of pretty good golfers and baseball players too, by the way. So whatever they set their minds to, they're the type that's going to be really good at whatever they want to do. Coach, talk to us a little bit. I know you probably played a little post or 4-spot in your day back in junior college. And Caldwell County, both the girls and the boys, you look at Lulu Thompson, that you guys are developing into one of the best rebounders in the state statistically. And then on the boys' side, the growth of Jadarius Wilson to be somebody that, hey, we've got a tall kid on the team, to, hey, we've got a tall kid that can score the basketball in the span of about 3 months.
Yeah, and you see a lot of teams nowadays going with a 4 or 5 guard set, but having a big man in there really changes up your dynamic, especially like you see with Jadarius. They're playing with the man in front and a man behind him just to prevent him from getting those easy buckets inside, which really opens up a lot more for your offensive capabilities. Like with us, with Lulu, whenever she's in there, like you said, we can afford to take a little bit more risk on our shots instead of maybe trying to force, we can try to force something that might not really be there, but Lulu's in there and we're able to kind of take that risk. And it's kind of the same thing with Jadarius. When he pulls so much defensive attention, they're able to take some shots that they wouldn't necessarily get if he wasn't in the game.
Just about a minute before we get going here in the second half of this one. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, though, And that will be the Lady Tigers in action against the Ohio County Lady Eagles. That's going to be a 1 p.m. tip here at the Cab. We'll be on the air about 12:30 for that one. And, Coach, not a team we get to see much of, maybe just the one time a year, but it's going to be a tough game for your ladies tomorrow.
We're excited. Tonight was big for us. It was good to get a lot of our younger girls in the rotation tonight, or maybe just some girls that don't get as many minutes usually. We got to work on some offensive and defensive sets that we don't run as much. So it was good for us to have that big lead and kind of use it to prepare for tomorrow and kind of build our confidence and get a couple looks that we don't usually get.
Horn sounds sending the teams out onto the court. Third quarter just about to get underway. Third quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, and home decor. That's Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Whistle blows getting us underway here in the third quarter. Caldwell County with the basketball, lob into the deep backcourt to Carter Whittington. Webster County with some man pressure in the backcourt. Whittington guarded by Scott closely. Whittington pulls up on the right wing, hands it off to Xavier Bumpus, who gets the start in the second half. Back to Whittington. Whittington at the top of the key, out near the logo, directing traffic, wants D-Man Thompson over. Pulls his dribble up, now guarded closely, and has to get it out to Bumpus. Bumpus swings it left wing to Colin Whittington. Whittington off a screen from Wilson, pass too low, going back in off the pick and roll to Wilson and picked off by Webster County. Into the corner it goes, a three, no good. Wilson strong with the board for Caldwell County underneath. Bumpus quickly back up into the corner. Colin Whittington turned down the three, drops it off to Wilson. Wilson misses the short jumper and rebound down to Scott.
That's a tough shot to make that Jay Darius just took, where he tried to jump and kind of contort his body midair instead of pivoting around and taking a squared up shot to the rim.
Three, no good by Webster County, but the rebound back out to Hardison. Hardison with the basketball out front. Caldwell County in a little bit of a zone, but they'll match up out of it. They're going to leave Wilson on the baseline, and it paid off as he got those long arms up over a shot by Scott. Puts a little tip on it and gives Caldwell County back the basketball. A minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. No score in this one as of yet, but Xavier Bumpus changes that as Bumpus gets inside and gets his first bucket of the night. And Caldwell County back with the lead, 24-23. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on WPKY Princeton. Webster off a screen at the top of the key over to Murphy. Murphy skip past into the corner. Nothing there for Hardison. Murphy will get it back at the top of the key and work it again. Scott wide open, misses the three, but a rebound underneath by Webster County. Somehow number 5, Mekalek, got underneath. It's going to be Scott missing the shot. Good defense and ability not to foul by Wilson on the play. Bumpus has his shot blocked, but hit across the wrist. They're going to get Jarvis Stark-Scott on that one. Bumpus at the line for Caldwell County.
I'm still really liking Caldwell's strategy here of staying, keeping the defense sucked in and letting them shoot those three-point shots, because they keep on, Webster keeps missing them, and it's giving us more rebounding opportunities underneath the basket. And so I really like that they're keeping Jay Darius and that weak side help drawn in to make them make a shot.
Xavier makes both free throws for Caldwell County. That's their biggest lead of the night at 26-23. Deshaun Murphy brings it up for the Trojans. Murphy, a long three. That one no good. And like you said, Coach, Caldwell County with 3 white jerseys underneath. Bumpus gets the rebound. Inside it goes to Wilson. Wilson gets hacked across the arm by Murphy. I'm not sure what Murphy's really questioning on that one. He got caught red-handed with that one, and that's going to put J. Darius Wilson at the stripe for 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws.
He might have got away with that one, Dennis, but whenever your body is a full 2 feet back and your arms are fully extended onto him, you're never going to be able to hide that one.
I don't think so. Free throw good by Wilson. Caldwell County was 0 for 1 in the first half, but 3 for 3 here in the second as Wilson steps up for his second. That one off the front of the rim, no good.
That's the old commentator's curse
That is
coming
it.
through right there.
Coach Thomas tried to do it on purpose in the first game, and it did not work. A three from the corner. That is number 5, Mekalek.
They hit another one like that, I imagine they'll probably have to start going out. They can't let him get hot and continue to shoot him, but they might let him try to have another open look before they do that.
Tigers by 1, 27-26. Inside it goes to Wilson. No good. Wilson went for the rebound, but a good block out by Webster County's number 1, Jarvis Stark Scott. Scott giving up probably 6-8 inches, or maybe an even foot to Wilson.
I'm not sure how that got called on Wilson there. He was coming down out of the air and kind of got undercut, and they called a push on him. I'm kind of confused at that call.
It's Webster County basketball back the other way with 4:40 left to play in the third quarter. Tigers holding to a 1-point advantage. Austin fake the three, kicks it into the corner to his brother. That one does go down. That is Marcus Austin. 3 threes tonight for Webster County, 2 for Caldwell County. Lob underneath to Wilson. Wilson gets hit from both sides, sandwiched in there. It still made the catch on the pass inside, but a foul called, and they're going to say that one on the floor on the catch. So Tigers basketball down by 2 points, 29-27. Lob up to D-Man Thompson. He has it knocked away by Scott. Scott has his shot blocked, but too much body contact by Colin Whittington underneath will put Jarvis Stark Scott at the free throw line for Webster County.
That's a good foul there, Dennis. There's no reason to let him have an uncontested layup there. He didn't have any fouls yet on the books for the night, so I like that play there.
Stark's got a very good free throw shooter, the only kid that's been to the line for Webster County, but he's 5 for 5 tonight. 30-27 the score with 4:12 left to play in the third quarter, and misses the second. Caldwell County back the other way with Carter Whittington against man-to-man pressure. Free throw line high to Wilson, finds Bumpus. Bumpus' shot finds its way over Murphy.
Off the tip.
I don't know how. Xavier starting to heat up here in the second half. Lob into the corner to Scott. Scott's going to take the three. That one no good. Wilson underneath for the basket. The strategy still working. Carter Whittington on the drive, takes it all the way to the hole, right into the defender, no good. And a foul is called on J. Darius Wilson for over the back. Second foul on number 24. 30-29 your score with Webster County back in front by 1, just under 3.5 to play here in the third quarter. Joined tonight by assistant coach Tyler Gay on the broadcast. Austin to his brother, back out front to Mekalek. Mekalek a long three and drains it.
I really would have liked to see Whittington get his hand up there. He was already there. He should have put his hand up in his face and made that shot a little bit more difficult for him.
Whittington pulls his dribble up, has to find Bumpus. Bumpus at the midcourt stripe, spin move. Thought about to turn around three, instead pulls it back down to Whittington. Whittington in the lane, runner, no good, gets his rebound, goes back up with it, no good. Blocked from behind, but into the hands of Murphy, who was standing out of bounds. Caldwell County with 2:46 to play and down by 4. Carter Whittington, the lob into Wilson. Nice shot by Wilson, just turned around easy off the glass. Tigers back within 2. Murphy from the left elbow. He answers the shot by Wilson. Murphy having a big night for Webster County. Lead back to 4 with 2:20 left to play in the third. Carter Whittington looking for a screen, picks the dribble up. It's Wilson with a good screen for Whittington. Now into the hands of Bumpus. Bumpus spins out inside. Wilson, little one-hander, rolls off the back of the rim, no good. Looked like Webster was lying on the baseline with the basketball, but not called. They'll bring it back after the rebound. Austin gets tripped on the baseline. I think Luke Parker may be the culprit in this one. Coach, how many do you let Webster hit or have really good open looks at before you maybe take a chance and change that defense?
Well, whenever they've been getting that open shot there in the corner, I think they've only had one go in over there, and usually Jay Darius is able to capitalize on the boards. So I think so far the gamble's paying off, and I might let it keep going until it comes to the point where, we might get in the fourth quarter, and if we get in too much more of a deficit, they might have to send them out there.
Luke Parker into the ball game for Caldwell County. And it's Webster County with the drive. Runner on the baseline, no good. Xavier Bumpus grabs the glass for Caldwell County. Bumpus' first action in some time. Good to see Xavier back out on the court. He comes across half court into the wing. Over to Parker. Parker, nice bounce pass underneath to Wilson, and Wilson fouled on the play.
I'd like to see Wilson take a lot more shots like that where he goes up with some more power instead of trying these finesse shots. The finesse shots are great. They look nice, and they all score the same. But whenever you take those power shots and go up strong into the defender, you're going to get to the line more.
Free throw is good. Yeah, he's had a couple where he was just off balance, tried to shoot him almost standing sideways, and much tougher shot, but there he looked good. Second one is good as well. 3 out of 5 from the line tonight for Jadarius Wilson. Caldwell County back within 2 at 35-33. Under a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Trojans to Murphy. Over for a 3, and that one is good. That was number 2, Micah Austin. And Austin with a 3. Webster County now with 5 threes on the evening. Biggest lead for Webster County at 38-33. Bumpus tries to answer, rebound by Wilson, and Wilson fouled as it was a play almost like earlier, Coach, where Webster County slid underneath of Wilson when he went up. This time Wilson does not get called for the foul. Webster County does. Second foul on Austin. 5 on Webster County in the half. In it comes to Bumpus. Bumpus to Colin Whittington. They'll change directions into the far corner to Deep Man Thompson. Back around the horn and inside. Murphy tips the pass. Saw it coming. Murphy quickly back down. Wants to go underneath to Austin. Austin kicks it back out, inside out. 3 on the way, no good. Wilson strong on the glass for Caldwell County. Still a half a minute to play for the Tigers. Down by 5.
That was a great ball rotation by Webster. Luckily, they didn't capitalize on it. Jay Darius going back up strong with it again like we had talked about a minute ago and drawing another 2 shots.
Wilson with nice position on a lot of these. He's getting much better at knowing to get inside the block or even inside the lane between the blocks for that entry pass instead of out a little bit higher. Free throw, no good. Wilson will get another Goodwin Insurance free throw. Goodwin Insurance, your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Jay Darius makes the second, and the Tigers back within 4 with 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
I expect Webster to slow it down here and look to just get one more shot off before the end of the quarter, so hopefully we can make a stand here.
It is number 11, Garrard, out front for Webster County. Over to Austin. Austin drives all alone. Nobody picked him up. He got through a couple of defenders and nobody else home for Webster County.
Yeah, Xavier got beat on the dribble there, and unfortunately the defense didn't rotate to help him out any and left him with the easy bucket.
We've played 3, and it's Webster County with their biggest lead of the night. Trojans 40, Tigers 34, back in 30 seconds.
Fredonia Valley Bank is proud of our area senior athletes and is celebrating their accomplishments. They're sharing special senior stories featuring the class of 23 in a senior spotlight. Follow yoursportsedge.com or download the app and listen for updates on 103.3 WPKY. As Fredonia Valley Bank gives our senior athletes a special moment to shine.
We are back at the Cab as the Tigers trail the Trojans 40-34 after 3 quarters, getting set for fourth quarter action. And fourth quarter is going to be brought to you by our great friends at Cozy Living Interiors, located next to the old bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, and home decor. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Joined on the broadcast tonight by Caldwell County Lady Tiger assistant Tyler Gay. And Tyler, Caldwell County down by 6 right now. Webster County started to heat up from the 3-point line in that third quarter, now with 5 on the night.
I'm curious to see if Coach K is going to come out with a different defensive look this quarter, or if he's going to change up something offensively. Just curious to see what he's going to do with the 6-point deficit.
Webster County with the basketball and the lead. Deflection on the pass, steal by Caldwell County as Whittington comes up with it. They'll find Bumpus and get it back to Carter Whittington. Caldwell County will go up and set up offensively. D-Man Thompson back out to Whittington. Little 1-3-1 look by Webster County. They're going to match up out of it man-to-man. Over to Carter Whittington. Thought he had a lane. Pulls his dribble up at the left elbow. Wilson on the bench to start the fourth quarter for Caldwell County. Whittington with the drive. Little runner in the lane. No good, but Collin will go to the free throw line.
Caldwell's really patient there and waited till he had a good opportunity to drive with the one-on-one on a defender, and then he had managed to pull in the foul there, which is really nice.
Free throw by Whittington is good.
I don't picture Coach K keeping Wilson on the bench for very long here. It really changes the look of their offense when he's not out there.
That foul was the 4th on number 11, Luke Garrard, for Webster County. And Webster, coach, already with 7 team fouls. So Caldwell County shooting the rest of the way. Miss on the 3. Caldwell County can't rebound it, though, and going up for the shot and getting fouled is Evan Mekalek. That's the key. If you're going to let Webster shoot the threes, you've got to rebound that basketball and not give them extra opportunities.
Absolutely. If they're going to stay pulled in like we've seen them do tonight, there's no reason that they should be getting easy looks down on the baseline like that.
Just over a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Free throw is up and in by Mekalek.
Webster shooting really well from the line tonight.
They are 6 out of 7 at this point. Mekalek's second is off the front of the rim, no good. Bumpus high for the rebound by Caldwell County, wanting to get behind the defense, but going to have to pull up. Webster with a good job getting back. Carter Whittington with the give and go. And a travel, though, on Xavier Bumpus. He caught the pass in a good spot, but extra steps going to cost him with the turnover. 41-35.
Problem there, whenever you see some of those travel calls being called in the lane like that, it's because whenever the defense steps up, it forces the player that's driving to have to change their steps and maybe take a shorter step than they want to adjust to the defender, and sometimes you just can't recover.
Parker out, Wilson back in for Caldwell County. Garrard with those 4 fouls works it around. Now it's Austin. Faked the 3, got Bumpus off his feet, went for the drive, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Colin Whittington.
I don't really like calls like that, Dennis, where the ball handler's driving in and they kind of lose control and bump into somebody, and then you get the defender in trouble, and you kind of get a free bailout.
Stark Scott with the shot, no good, and it is Jadarius Wilson with a strong rebound for Caldwell County, and he'll get a chance to go to the line for 1 and the bonus. Both teams shooting the rest of the way, and Coach, you're still looking at 6.5 minutes in this quarter. We could take a while shooting some free throws in this one.
Yeah, this will definitely be a little bit slower quarter. I'm not sure how many timeouts each bench has, but I'm sure we'll see all of those get used up, and then a lot of time at the line. So really, if Caldwell can shoot well at the stripe here, they have a good chance to gain some ground right there.
Free throw by Wilson is good. 5 out of 8 tonight from the line for Jadarius Wilson. 41-36, 6.5 to play. Wilson gets set for his second and makes it. Only a 4-point lead for Webster County with 6.5 to play. This one's setting up for a good finish tonight here at the Cab. Spin move out, kick out, inside out, and another three by number 2, Micah Austin.
We might see Coach K maybe try to shake up the defense here.
Caldwell County back offensively into the corner. It goes to Whittington. Whittington drives it into the lane, pulls his dribble up, has it knocked loose. Austin with the steal. Webster County with numbers back. Down low it goes, up and in. And that was number 11, Gerard. 46-37, a little bit of a danger time for Caldwell County. Still a lot of time with 5.5 to play, but that lead extending by Webster. Good lob in. D-Man Thompson on the assist. And J. Darius Wilson with the bucket. 46-39. Just under 5.5 to play.
Webster County doesn't really have that much height at their disposal, so that lob pass has really been a good alternative for them tonight.
Webster County looking to run maybe a little clock. Caldwell County, though, is going to come out and put the count on. Backdoor cut. Caldwell County went to sleep, and Evan Mekalek made them pay. Tigers back the other way with Bumpus off the back of the rim. A three, no good. Stark Scott with the basketball. Has it knocked loose by Carter Whittington. Whittington's going to take it all the way to the hole. Has it blocked out of bounds. No foul on the play. Looked like a lot of sandwich there with no meat in between it. 48-39. Webster County with the lead. And the strip. Austin takes it away from Bumpus. Gets it back. Thought about the three. Now on the baseline, he's going to move it back out to Gerard, over to Marcus Austin. Into the corner. Mekalek, no good. Webster gets the rebound. Austin's going to give it a shot, no good. Finally, Wilson up strong for the board for Caldwell County. 4:18 left to play. Caldwell County looking inside, but they are really collapsing this zone all around. J. Darius Wilson now 2-3 zone. Bumpus keeps a bad pass in the left corner. Now goes over D-Man Thompson for a three. Good. Little Caesars Pizza three-pointer for D-Man Thompson.
That offensive possession took a little bit for Caldwell there, but their patience paid off, and they found a wide-open shot, which was much needed right now.
Madisonville Community College timeout on the court with 3:57 left to play. Tigers down by 6, back in 30 seconds.
Today's society is dependent on electricity. The Princeton Electric Plant Board has what you demand for electricity anywhere, anytime at the required level of quality. They work to ensure our community's power system has the resources in place for reliability today and into the future. Their work and commitment has reduced the frequency and duration of power outages with a reliability rate of 99.9%. Princeton Electric Plant Board, bringing our customers safe and reliable energy.
Welcome back to the Cab as we are in a good one here. Tigers taking on Webster County. 6-point lead for the Trojans right now, 48-42, 3:57 left to play in this ball game. Coach Tyler Gay joins us here on the broadcast tonight. And Coach, what are you seeing from Webster County to enable them to pull away to these 6 to 9 point leads in this fourth quarter?
They really feed well off their runs, Dennis, and what they're really patient on offense, and they also take advantage whenever they get a breakaway. They've been converting those shots, and then they're really just mixing it up. It's hard to say who's going to score the next bucket for them, which makes playing defense a lot harder for Caldwell.
Webster puts it in play to Austin. Yeah, unlike Caldwell County, we're trying to get it in to J. Darius Wilson on the other side. I think you're right. Webster County with any number of players that can make the three.
Yeah, playing a well-balanced team makes it really difficult. For Webster, it's a lot easier. Right now you just collapse on J. Darius and then, single on your guards, and that's your game plan.
Caldwell's got to capitalize on the turnover on the carry by Mekalek. Tigers into the corner. Bumpus wants to drive baseline, goes up, misses the finger roll into the ball game. Jack Roach battling for a rebound. It's knocked out of bounds by Luke Garrard. Great job by Roach battling two Webster County Trojans for that basketball. 3.5 to play. In it comes to Xavier Bumpus. Bumpus, little one-hand jumper is good. Bumpus with a good night for Caldwell County. 8 points on the evening. Tigers back within 4. 48-44. Stark Scott with the basketball. Pulls up at the free throw line. Back to Micah Austin. Austin to Garrard. Garrard back to Austin. Webster County seems content to use up a little clock with each possession here in this fourth quarter as well until Caldwell County comes out and puts the count on.
Absolutely. I would be totally fine with that too if I was them right now. 4 points gets real long when you have 40-second possessions.
Caldwell went for the steal. Webster had an open look to the lane. Caldwell County came away with the block and the basketball. And then a deflection the other way. No foul called, and Coach K nor his players on the floor can believe it. Goes out of bounds off Caldwell County.
That one looked like it went off the knee of the Webster player from where I'm sitting at, Dennis. I don't know about you.
Webster will get possession with 2:40. Caldwell County with some backcourt pressure now, trying to speed Webster County up a little bit. Over to Austin. Into the corner to Micah Austin. Drop-off pass to Murphy. Murphy has been the big dog tonight for Webster County. Out front to Austin, and then back to Murphy. Murphy going to try left side, takes it in, and Webster County running quite a bit of clock as we tick down to 2:10 left in the ball game. Down it comes Murphy, takes it to the hole and fouled by Colin Whittington.
Webster's doing a great job of moving the ball around and keeping out of the range of the Caldwell defenders to really burn off some clock here. Coach K is going to have to go and start intentionally fouling to get them to the line and hopefully be able to get down the court with it.
Murphy sinks the free throw. Second one coming up. 2:05 left in the fourth quarter. Murphy's free throw is good. That's one thing Webster County has done really well tonight is shoot free throws. Madisonville Community College timeout on the court with 2:05 to play. 6-point lead for the Trojans. Back in 1 minute.
Learn about your heart health with a simple scan. The cardiology clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. Our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, offering coronary artery calcium testing, stress test, echocardiograms, sleep studies, and more, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Cab as we have 2:05 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Webster County with a 6-point lead at 50-44. Caldwell County will put it in play and bring it the length of the court. I was just looking down the list there. Coach, we're going to have to pick out somebody to foul if this keeps up with a spread of 4 to 6 points. Underneath, Carter Whittington overthrows D-Man Thompson. Turnover, Caldwell County. Checking into the ball game is Murphy for Webster County. Webster on the season, 62% free throw shooters, but you've got a few kids well into the 70s, so it's the bottom half that really brings them down. An outlet pass, and again, Webster County gets behind the Caldwell County defense. That's Mekalek with the 2. D-Man Thompson fires a 3, gets one back for Caldwell County.
D-Man's hit a couple threes when we really need him tonight. He's really coming through in the clutch times.
Lead back down to 5 for Webster County, but the clock becoming a factor as Webster County showing some ability to hold on to the basketball and work a little clock. That's Murphy with a drive, and he gets fouled, stopping the clock with 1:21. But Webster County coach, a very good ball control team. They pass the ball well, they move without it and get open, and nobody really gets tied up.
Yeah, they've been doing great on their ball rotation. They drive the lane whenever they have an opening, and they don't ever settle for a forced shot, really, from what I've seen. They wait for a good open look, and that comes from a lot of discipline. So it's a tough team to beat whenever all their shots they're taking are high percentage shots.
Murphy, 4 out of 4 tonight from the line for Webster County. Tigers down 3 possessions. They've got to do something quickly. 1:14 to play in this one. Out to Carter Whittington. Back to D-Man Thompson. And Webster leaving 2 guys down low working on Jadarius Wilson, but a 3 by Colin Whittington helps the cause tremendously. Player hits the floor for Webster County. That's Murphy, stopping the clock with 55 seconds left to play. And Murphy's going to go to the free throw line.
Looks like he got a little shook up on that play. I don't know if they got their feet intertwined and he fell or what really happened there.
First free throw up and good. Murphy yet to miss tonight, 5 out of 5. The lead at 5 for Webster County. One thing that 3 by Whittington did brings it back down to at worst a 2-possession ball game. Murphy 6 out of 6 now, 56-50 is the lead. Xavier Bumpus inside. They'll work it back out. Bumpus gets it right back for a 3, and that one doesn't hit anything. Picked up by Murphy in the backcourt. Caldwell County trying to foul, and Whittington goes for a steal. That will put Austin at the line. 37.8 seconds. Caldwell County got what they wanted, Coach, I think, on the other end. They had a good open look, good ball movement. Xavier Bumpus had an open wing 3, but unable to convert. Caldwell County has to foul on the other end.
It's tough for these boys, Dennis. I think they're a lot better team than what their record shows. It's just I feel like they do a lot of things well, a lot of games, but they'll overlook something, you know, and that just comes from maybe lack of experience or on-court leadership. I think that they'll continue to grow if they can keep their numbers up. They'll continue to grow, and they'll have a much better season next year. I think the talent's there. It just needs a little bit of refinement.
Micah Austin makes the first free throw for Webster County. Colin Whittington fouls out of the ball game with that last foul. Back in is Luke Parker. Austin's second free throw is good. Coach, only 2 misses tonight at the line for Webster County, and that's the difference in this one right now. Madisonville Community College timeout on the court. Tigers trail by 8, back in 30 seconds.
Fredonia Valley Bank is proud of our area senior athletes and is celebrating their accomplishments. They're sharing special senior stories featuring the class of 23 in a senior spotlight. Follow yoursportsedge.com or download the app and listen for updates on 103.3 WPKY. As Fredonia Valley Bank gives our senior athletes a special moment to shine.
Welcome back to the Cab as we wind this one down between the Tigers and the Trojans. Only 38 seconds left in this one. Caldwell County down by 8, though. Webster County able to hit the free throws, especially down the stretch. Only 2 misses tonight for the Trojans, and Caldwell County has a lot of miracle work to do right now, Coach, to try to find a way to claw back into this one. Tigers have to come the length of the court. Carter Whittington will get it into Xavier Bumpus. Parker, Wilson, and Thompson, the other 3 Tigers on the court. Bumpus quickly down the court, takes it all the way down the left side of the lane. No good. Wilson gets the rebound. No good. Puts it up off the glass too strong. And it's Murphy for Webster County with the outlet pass back up. Webster's going to turn it around and keep it back outside, turn down the inside shot. Wilson commits the foul on Austin. That will put Micah Austin back at the line. Caldwell County again with another couple of good shots down underneath, but just cannot get them to fall right now. And Webster quickly back the other way, and a very good free throw shooting 5 on the floor. That one off the front of the rim, only their third miss tonight. That one by Micah Austin.
Yeah, Dennis, I think Caldwell got the shot they were looking for there, and then, we missed and even got the rebound and just weren't able to convert, which really hurt us.
Austin makes the free throw. It's a 9-point advantage. Down it goes to Parker in the right corner. Pass back out to Bumpus is knocked out of bounds by Austin. Stays Caldwell County basketball, but they'll see their record slide by one more loss. Bumpus, top of the key, drives, left-hand shot up and no good. But Xavier will go to the line with just under 7 seconds to play. Caldwell County will drop to 5-19 on the season. Webster County improves to a pretty respectable 13-10 on the year. Free throw by Bumpus is good.
Dennis, I feel like the boys played a really good game tonight, and ultimately what I think it came down to was just them scoring in transition and hitting all their shots from the charity stripe tonight.
Webster will walk this one out, and the horn sounds with the final here tonight. Webster County 59 and Caldwell County 51. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get underway with the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame report. That's next on your home for Tiger basketball, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Hi, I'm Rachel Chandler with Farmers Bank. Did you know your money can make more money when you level up to an interest-bearing checking account?
Grow your balance at Farmers Bank with our Unique Plus checking account featuring a 2.5% annual percentage yield on balances up to $15,000.
Unique Plus is a win-win local banking option. Call or visit us today and let our expert bankers show you how to get the most out of your deposits. Farmers Bank. Live unique, bank unique. Member FDIC. Terms apply.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to Pro Shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Used Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
At Penny Ryle Electric, we're helping to build the leaders of tomorrow today. This year, Penny Ryle Electric will present 12 $1,000 scholarships to let students in our service area shine to their fullest potential and become guiding lights for future generations. Scholarships will be awarded to students enrolling in 2- or 4-year college programs and vocational and technical training. Scholarship applications are available at each of our locations, or you can download the app at precc.com. That's precc.com.
You'll find over 30 years experience to work for you at U-Ride in Princeton. They are hometown proud and ready to serve your vehicle needs from start to finish, and they do it all safely. You'll find variety and quality vehicles along with on-the-lot financing. And of course, you can always apply online at uridesales.com. Stop by or call for an appointment today with one of their friendly sales staff at U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton, 270-365-3018. Hometown proud. Go Tigers!
Hey, Penny Ryle Electric members, you know what time it is? It's a perfect time to update your account information with Penny Ryle Electric. By updating your information, you ensure that Penny Ryle Electric can provide you the very best in customer service, just the way you've come to expect it. Plus, you'll automatically be eligible to win one of several amazing prizes. Update your account information right now from your phone or computer at precc.com. That's precc.com. Or stop by any of our Penny Ryle Electric locations.
Welcome back to the Cab as we have just finished up Caldwell County and Webster County. Trojans with a 59-51 win here at the Cab over Caldwell County. Kicking off now on the Trilogy postgame report. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to help you reach all of your fitness and well-being goals. Caldwell County played this one tough, had a lead by as many as 5 in this ball game, but Webster County too good at the stripe down the stretch. They made their shots, rebounded the ball well. Caldwell County could not convert on the other end on some threes to try to keep this thing tight late, and it's Webster County with a hard-fought 59-51 win here over Caldwell County tonight. The win drops Caldwell County, the loss drops Caldwell County to 5-19 on the season. 13-10 is what Webster County improves to. Coach Tyler Gay here with me tonight in place of Bob Hayes. Bob a little under the weather. We had Coach Melissa Thomas working with us for the girls game. And Coach, thank you for coming up for the boys game. Hope you had a great time tonight and a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yeah, I had a great time. Like I said earlier, it was fun to kind of see the game from a different angle, and you're able to analyze the game a little differently whenever you're not in it. So I had a great time, and I'm really glad I got to join you tonight.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on such short notice as Bob came down ill today and probably won't be back tomorrow. I think we've got Jeff McDaniels coming in tomorrow to do the game with you guys and Ohio County. What's your thoughts on that one for tomorrow?
I think we're just going to try to feed a lot off what we did tonight. Tonight was a good win for the girls and their confidence. We're going to come out tomorrow, try to get after them right from the beginning of it, give them a few different defensive looks, give them a little bit different pressures, a few offensive sets to throw at them, and hopefully come out with the W tomorrow.
We're looking forward to that one. We'll be on the air about 12:30 for that, Coach, and tip off at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The Lady Eagles and the Lady Tigers tomorrow here from the cab. We'll get to the Ackridge Farm Supply stats of the ball game with Todd Griffin here in just a little bit, hoping that Coach K can come up and join us as well here on the Trilogy post-game report. Coach, we usually give out a couple or 3 awards after the ball game. I'll let you get some input on this one too tonight for helping us here. First is the clutch play of the game, brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts, your hometown Napa Auto Parts dealer. They have tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. Stop by and see Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Coleman Auto Parts in Princeton. Napa know-how at its best. Coach, a clutch play that you thought maybe early in this one that Caldwell County was doing, or something they were doing right early?
Not a single play comes to mind, but D-Man stepped up and had a couple big threes at big times for us tonight. He stayed cool-headed and was able to hit a couple of those at key times. And so I think I'd give him the clutch player award for tonight.
Sounds like a good choice for me. Clutch player of the game is going to be D-Man Thompson. Let's go for the player of the game, brought to you by U-Ride. U-Ride gives you that hometown feel by providing personalized appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and remaining committed to you even after the sale. Contact our buddies Lee or Tommy for an appointment at U-Ride of Princeton. I guess you've got to look at the scorebook, and the big dog tonight was Jadarius Wilson having another good game. Talk to us a little bit. We talked a little bit earlier in the broadcast about post players. Of course, you're Lulu Thompson and then Jadarius Wilson here for the guys. But the progress that he has made over the course of the season, I don't think can really be overstated how much he has improved.
Yeah, I remember seeing Jadarius at the beginning of the season, and he has so much natural ability, and it's really nice to see that Coach K and his team have been able to really help him refine that, which tells me Jadarius is probably really coachable and open to hearing how to improve his game, because he's really come a long way this season, and he's really kind of shaped their offense for him. Like I was saying earlier, whenever you have a presence like that inside, it opens up so much more for your outside players. You get so many more open shots. You can get that ball into him, and everybody collapses on Jadarius, and then he's able to kick it out, and so it gives us more looks that way. And you can definitely feel the difference whenever he's in the game and when he isn't.
Well, Jadarius Wilson gets our U-Ride player of the game tonight. Our last award is the Eye on the Tiger Award, brought to you by Parker Eye Care. Parker Eye Care strives to be their best to help you see your best. Parker Eye Care, located on Lakota Drive in Cadiz. Your vision, our focus. And tonight's Parker Eye Care Eye of the Tiger Award is being given to Jack Roach. There's a kid that wasn't even on the roster at the start of the season. Coach has come in, knows his role, knows he's going in to be a little bit of muscle, to rebound the basketball, to be good and tough defensively, block some people out. If you get a couple of points or 4 points out of him, it's a bonus. But just a player that's finding his own role here in the Tiger offense and defense.
Absolutely, and we kind of have a player like that right now in Davney Williams.
Right.
She's really come along this season, and she kind of plays the same style. She's very strong under the basket. She's really developing her skill set just like he is. And these players don't realize how much they can impact the game whenever they can come in and give you 2-3 good minutes and a half or a quarter, and just have a little bit of a momentum shift for you while you can get some of your other players out and get them a rest. So seeing him in there tonight, he did some good things, and I'm excited to watch him develop.
Yeah, I know we all want to play Lulu Thompson and Jadarius Wilson for all 32 minutes of the ball game, but you can't do it. These kids get tired too, even though they're just teenagers. They still get winded out on the court. You bring in a Roach or you bring in a Williams to give them some breathing room and some time on the bench just to get a drink of water and a breath. And it means a great deal if you're not backtracking or going deeper in a hole, because you have to substitute those players. And I think Caldwell County stands pretty level, both boys and girls, when those two players come into the ball game.
Absolutely, and something that's so important for players like that is they have to be laser focused on the game from the bench. They have to know what offensive sets you're running, what defense you're in. They have to know who they're probably going to sub in for and know their matchup, know what their matchup's been doing. So a lot of the times coming in off the bench like that, and especially if you're maybe not seeing play time till the end of the first, start of the second quarter, you really have to stay engaged. So coming off that position isn't easy as people think it is, because you haven't been in the game, you don't have a feel for it. You're only able to go off what you've been seeing, and so it's really impressive and really nice to have players that are able to do that.
Coach, if you will, I'm going to let you switch out with Todd and let him borrow your headphones, but hang around with us, and hopefully we'll get to talk to Coach K together when he comes up. But I'm going to let you pass him over to Todd, and Todd's going to come in for the stats of the ball game. Stats of the ball game are brought to you, as always, by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware. Ackridge Farm Supply is a fourth-generation family business. They have been providing high-quality goods and services to Western Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. And for tonight's stats of the ball games, I'm going to turn it over to your Sports Edges, Todd Griffin.
All right, Dennis, thanks. Jadarius Wilson with a big game tonight for the Caldwell County Tigers. 20 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 block shots. So, Dennis, I think that qualifies as a pretty big game tonight. And a close setback. Ended up being an 8-point game, but I thought the Tigers competed pretty well tonight, and we're right in the middle of this one. Colin Whittington with 12 points. Xavier Bumpus had 9 tonight. Demarius Thompson had 8, and Jack Roach had 2. For the Webster County Trojans, Deshaun Murphy had 19 points tonight. Evan McCalick had 13. Jarvis Stark-Scott had 10. Micah Austin 8. Marcus Austin 5. Trace Hardinson and Luke Garrett each had 2 points for the Webster County Trojans tonight. Again, the big game for Caldwell County, Jadarius Wilson 20 points and 17 rebounds unofficially. Just some timely three-point shooting by Webster County there in the second half. Dennis, looking real quick here, I've got them with 5 3-pointers in the second half. 4 of those kind of came in the third quarter when they edged ahead a little bit. Maybe a few untimely turnovers tonight for Caldwell County, but like I said, a pretty competitive game all the way around, and Webster County wins it tonight 59-51 after leading 23-22 at halftime.
And a good effort by the Tigers tonight. You're right, Todd. It's just Webster County hit their free throws down the stretch really well. And like you said, they started to make a few threes in that second half, and it proved to be too much for Caldwell County in a hard-fought game, but still a loss tonight for Caldwell County. We're going to take let's take a 1-minute break, Madison, and we'll come back and talk with Coach K here on the Trilogy post-game report.
At Trice Hughes, they're ordering it your way. How would you like to have a vehicle built just for you? Little things are important, like rich colors, big screens and displays, almost like watching TV. Exteriors with beautiful style and powerful engines that respond to the lightest touch on the accelerator. It's time to get what you want. Order your new ride and feel the thrill when you drive off the lot. Trice Hughes in Princeton is the one-stop shop for everything your vehicle needs. For more information, visit tricehughes.com. That's tricehughes.com.
Learn about your heart health with a simple scan. The Cardiac Clinic at Caldwell Medical Center features a highly trained team of heart health specialists and years of experience in cardiac health and wellness. Our specialists provide a wide range of cardiac-specific services, offering coronary artery calcium testing, stress test, echocardiograms, sleep studies, and more, all right here close to home. To schedule an appointment, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Welcome back to the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame report, joined now by Coach K after Caldwell County drops a tough one tonight to Webster County here at the Cab, 59-51. And Coach, I guess you have met our new broadcaster here on the sports team for Caldwell County. Coach Tyler Gay sits in with us. Bob, a little under the weather tonight, so he will be out tomorrow as well. And we'll have Jeff McDaniels sitting in with us. Hopefully Bob will be back next week for the final week. Your thoughts on tonight's game and how it rolled? A hard-fought game. Neither team had a double-digit lead all night long. It was close, but just too many free throws made down the stretch by Webster County.
We just struggled tonight. Mentally, we were just kind of a step slow all night long. You could chalk it up to us playing a lot of minutes this week. I still thought we played hard, but when you get tired, the first thing that goes to your mind, you start making mistakes. They didn't really press too much. I think we had 24 turnovers, and I guarantee they probably scored at least 20, 25 points off those turnovers on those possessions. And, those are things that when you get tired, your mind just it leaves you a lot of times. And it's what happened tonight, but I'm still proud of them. We got a good win last night at Crittenden County. Guys played well down there. We just lacked a little bit of energy tonight, and let one slip away.
Coach, any questions for the coach? Wait a second. Turn him on there.
Coach, we noticed on defense, sometimes that far corner, you guys weren't sending a man out there, and it was kind of working out. They weren't hitting from over in that corner, and usually Jay Darius was right there to get a rebound. Was that something that you guys were doing intentionally or something that was just kind of happening?
Well, there's a couple guys we could play off of a little bit, and some guys we couldn't. 2 and 5. They can flat out shoot. 24, he can shoot and drive, and so the other two guys they put on the floor were guys we could provide a little help off of. We that challenged us all night long as we, I go back to this, and it's not an excuse, but not having consistency on. There are certain guys that are better and help side guys. There are certain guys that are better guard and shooters, and a lot of the season we've been forced to put, like Carter, for example. Carter's a great help side defender. Tonight he had to guard one of the shooters, and it's a mentality thing. And when you're used to being that good help side defender. But to answer your question, yeah, we played off of them, trying to get some rebounds, and that was the one thing when you play off a guy, there's a much greater distance in between you and them, and they get a chance to get some offensive rebounds. That happened a couple of times, and they probably got 6-8 points off offensive rebounds too. So I backfired a little bit.
Coach, we're playing a lot of games here late in the season. I know there's a little bit of fatigue maybe setting in on these guys. They are off until next week, and then it's the last week of the regular season. So tell us your thoughts on where this team's at, and we know who our opponent is in the district. It's going to be a battle, especially after what happened last week over at Hopkins Central. We've got to go back there. We've got to play that team again in the district tournament. So your thoughts on next week's schedule to end up our regular season and then that first district matchup?
We got to figure out a way to emulate what happened last night. Not just the win, but we played a complete game. We had energy from start to finish and all the way down our bench, as well as the guys on the court. Because last night we never had I think we had a lead of 11 or 12 at one point, and then they came back and they tied it in the fourth quarter. And then we were resilient enough, and we made plays down the stretch, and specifically we got 2 or 3 big stops down the stretch. And that's what we have to find a way to do. And it's not it is about the scoreboard, obviously, but we got to find a way to make sure over this next week. And I challenge the guys, it's not a choice if we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We just got to figure out what it's going to look like. We got to figure out how we're going to bring that energy, the next 3 games next week, so that we know that it's going to be a given when we play Central a week from Tuesday night. It's not going to be an easy game. Central's a really good basketball team, but I also think, we're a really good basketball team. And we just got to make sure that mentally we're there. Mentally we know our game plan. We know personnel. and that we just go compete for 32 minutes. And at the end of the day, it's all a coach can really ask. You give a guys a game plan, and they execute it, and then you let the kind of cards fall where they may.
Well, Coach, we have enjoyed everything so far this season. The growth of a lot of your players and the effort is what I think Bob and I think Coach Gay has seen tonight. The effort stays there for Caldwell County night in and night out. The record, you can look at it and say, well, what's wrong here? But you can look down at these kids, and they're leaving everything that they can out on the court. So we appreciate that out of them and wouldn't expect anything less out of your program. Next week is a tough week. You've got Union County. You've got a strong Paducah-Tillman team, and you end up with a team that we've played some tight games with in Livingston Central. Absolutely.
It's not going to be, we've talked several times up here. We don't have a cake schedule. We play a lot of very competitive games, and it's not going to get any easier next week. Coach Gurton's going to have those guys ready to go, and then Coach Overstreet, and then Coach Hargrove. It's three well-coached teams, and fortunate for us after we get off the road from Union County, we kind of finish out the regular season at home, and it's good to play a couple games back-to-back at home. And like I said, we just got to establish this, and it's came to us in spurts. And there's been a lot of factors as to why it's been up and down, but establish that energy level and that competitiveness and that complete game, because you guys know a minute stretch in the game can be the difference in the game, and we want to make sure that if there's a minute stretch in the game, that we're the ones that win that minute and not our opponent.
And that's as much mental as it is physical, or where you're at on the court. And I absolutely know that's a tough thing for you as a coach to get that across to some teenagers. But you're doing a great job. We applaud you and your staff, and we'll get there.
All right, appreciate you guys, and congrats to the girls on a big win tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Big win.
All right, Coach K joins us here on the Trilogy post-game report. We appreciate him coming up after tonight's ball game with Webster County, and we also appreciate Coach Tyler Gay coming in and doing some color commentary tonight. Coach, give me a critique on our game tonight, if you the pluses and minuses before we roll out of here.
On our game?
On our game, yeah.
Man, I don't know. I think I rocked it, so I don't know, Dennis. Maybe you got some work to do.
But I like it.
No, man.
That's the confidence Coach K was talking about. There you go.
No, I had a great time up here. Didn't really know what to expect.